we are going to be doing the winners bracket finals of the Continental Map Pool with the in Elo bracket, and it is Maxy Mcczech versus xRAVINES. Gonna be a good one. How did Maxy even get to finals? xRAVINES was obvious. They are usually a bracket higher. I think there's too many Maxy doubters in this, and I need to show you all exactly what has my ultimate respect. In a world where people conform to metas and listen to what other people say about them, Maxy is a bulwark of individuality, strategic, critical thinking, and some other smart sounding thing. Maxy says it's a mystery to him too. Oh my goodness. Okay, it's a best of 7. Perfect. Okay. Let's look at these drafts. Alrighty. So, Maxy on the left, xRAVINES on the right. We have Vale da Silva. I don't know this map, but that's going to be our first map, the admin pick. And we're going to have Sunburn, Glacius, Aftermath, Spiral, Outcrop, and Crownwood. I know all of these maps except for Crownwood. So, Sunburn can be a very aggressive and messy map. Spiral is a interesting map depending on the generation you get. Outcrop, a map that I used to actually main during one of the tournaments that I played. Very fun map. Aftermath, the only thing I don't remember is if it's full water, but I think it's not because it's like supposed to be super varied maps here though. We've got a couple that are super open, we've got a couple that are easily wallable. But for the continental map types, I would say that this is not a completely open sort of map pool. You're thinking Bog Aftermath? Oh, okay, so I'm wrong. It's not open. Aftermath is resource generating workshops. Oh, that's cool. Okay, I can't wait to see that map then. On the draft for civs, we've got Maya, Britons, Spanish, Armenians, Magyars, Persians, Vikings, Saracens. Love these civ picks with the random ban away of Turks. So xRAVINES not really knowing who to take away from Maxy here. On the flip side, xRAVINES going to have Chinese, Khitans, Japanese, Georgians, Tatars, Berbers, Malians, and Huns, with the Mongols sniped away by Maxy. Makes sense to me. Need a co-cast? Yeah, Lorhe, I'll jump into TTLC casting channel. Or oh wait. Oh yes, I do. Alright, I'm in casting room 2, Lorhe, if you want. You're more than welcome to. I like the civ draft for xRAVINES as well. I think of the two, I like Maxy's draft more. My main reasons being, Maxy is crazy, and he has a lot of civs that I think lend themselves to that craziness, like the Saracens, Persians, the Spanish, even the Magyars. These are all civs that you can go super aggressive with. Even Armenians with those long swords. They're kind of chaotic civs. And on the flip side, I think xRAVINES has civs where you've got a lot of options, and sometimes being spoiled for choice can be a problem when you have so much to focus on like you do in a Maxy game. So, not even supposed to be here today, Vine. Excuse me. Let me make sure that I let people know. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm on different Discord account.
I see.
It's just the one that has my headset and mic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you've already been going over the draft just now?
Yes, sir.
I guess I open up this thing for me in the background. Game 1 you can stream to me, so you really don't need to slow it down while I load the files for the other ones.
Sounds good. Are you ready for me to jump into game 1?
Yes.
Alrighty. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to game 1 of this best of 7 final in the continental map pool of the Chieftain's Elo bracket of the Specialist Cup. We are on Bale da Selva, and we have in the blue, on the Britons, Maxy Mcczech, who is already forward, already scout fighting, already laming with his Vil, and in the pink and the purple, xRAVINES on the Malians. Interesting choice for Malians here. I'm not 100% certain what that pick is for, but on the flip side, I think Maxy is potentially going to do Archer things? I'm not really sure. Lorhay, what do you think? You probably know more about this map than I do.
Yes, so Violet the Server is a very new map that has been mostly introduced to the tournament scene with the recent Brazilian Dynasties tournament.
Oh, okay.
Now, one notable thing that isn't as big of an issue as it might seem is that both player spaces are connected by a strip of unwallable terrain.
Ah, yes.
So the front of the base will always be open, but there are still ways to decently wall to the town center. If you just ignore one side of the wallable terrain, then you still get a nice base.
Sure.
One really big thing about this map, DRR in the center. So both players are contesting for the same group of deer, but it's not just about those deer. There is a lot of hunt, and Britons is one of the best civilizations for this map, because if you look around the map, there are so many capybaras. Just zoom out, double click them, there will be like 30, 40 additional capybaras to find on this map.
There's 28 for Gaia,
28.
and then I'm sure there's already been some snatched by some players.
Yeah.
So
instead of going to the center, you usually go around with your scout and try to get them. So that's a big misplay actually by Maxy here. He went for the Britons, went for the civilization that you pick for this map to get the big food bonus, and then you lose your scout in a scout fight and go for the deer in the center. That is not how you are supposed to play the civilization you pick for the herdable bonus.
Ah, I see. Maxy pointed out the point of the Malians is for the bonus pierce armor. That's what I was looking for, was what bonus on the Malians. But you're right. I think the biggest reason that Maxy is taking this deer at all is A, Ravine didn't contest it after he lamed them all, and B, if he can take all this deer and then also still have a bunch of herd under his TC, then he's just getting his cake and eating it.
Yeah, but that's the issue. He lost the scout.
I didn't realize he lost his scout. Oh my goodness. I'm such a bad caster.
Generally, how this map is played is that the person that wants to go for the herdables doesn't really contest middle, while the other guy is pushing deer home, but doesn't get the herdables because the other guy was using the pushing time to get them. Like, there's a trade-off that you usually go for.
The trade-off would have been letting Ravine push deer in exchange for getting all the copy box.
That would be kind of the meta approach here.
Got it. 5 on wood already for Maxy. If
That is a lot. There will be a difficult time to hit a good uptime if you have that many on wood that early.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Maybe the deer are gonna be enough to help him make his uptiming? I don't know. Like they had a bit of a pause there.
Yes. But I'm also looking at xRAVENES resources right now. He's sitting at 300. He wants to go up about now. He's someone who likes to play man-at-arms. So, yes, that's why the mammalian armor methods especially. I think that's one of his most played civilizations for that very reason.
And is this mainly just because men-at-arms are so strong now, and then that bonus just makes them default even better if you go under the TC on accident or something?
And it's not the town centers, it's the natural counter to someone who goes man-at-arms is going for fast archery range.
You're right.
You're not getting as punished as hard if someone goes for the counter.
I love the detail of Maxy getting to see the barracks because of the bills on the deer, and then immediately walling in the opponent's barracks with his own barracks.
It is definitely a choice.
It's a Maxy choice, and that's all we can ever ask of him, is that he be himself. And it looks like Ravine is going to take advantage of the fact that there's no scout for Maxy and try and pick up as many of these capybaras as he possibly can, setting them home, getting that good source of food. Now, do both players? Yes, both players do have 2 berry packs with 4. Got it. Yes. Interesting. Yes. I wonder if Franks could play this map. Probably not.
It's not that many berries. Yeah. Because especially those berry patches, they aren't even combined. Like you have to invest 200 wood to get both of them.
You're right. This is why I needed you here, Lord Hake, because you have the elo, and I have the questions. No. It is going to be men-at-arms for both players here, and I don't necessarily dislike this, especially since we know the Malians have the Pierce armor, going ahead and going men-at-arm to men-at-arm. The big difference is going to be... Actually, he doesn't have the men-at-arm research res.
He is lacking a lot of food, and looking at his base, he's only just sending some villagers to the berries. Doesn't have anything under his TC. He is dropping into a hole here with the resources he can gather.
I wonder if it was if the blunder of the extra bills on wood. Is this a fallout of that still?
It's the scout. It's the scout. You just see at xRAVENES town center. There's just a row of capybaras coming in. He doesn't even need to think of what do I invest my farms into and whatever. Yep. It's just the amount of available food resources. It's vastly different here.
And I mean, Ravine's already got his range up to respond too, so he can go into skirms if he really needs to. Once he gets the food.
Or he can just stay on archers. Marians get a gold a little bit faster. Or rather, they get a little bit extra gold for every gold they get, which means they get it faster, but it also lasts longer.
They also spend less wood on buildings, so on top of not having to build farms, they also are saving 50% wood on all these buildings.
Not 50% wood?
15, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, okay. Maybe I just misunderstood.
I double-checked just in case. And it's gonna be Militia here. Militia barely being better than a villager. And gonna take the fight 5 seconds before a men-at-arm upgrades. This is a mistake, Maxy.
This is a big mistake. You need to pull back further.
Oh, patience is
honestly,
a virtue.
I wouldn't even hate it if xRAVEN added a few more men-at-arms, just because we already have that PS armor.
Oh, yeah.
I'm someone who likes to go into these shenanigans a little bit deeper and would think of a blacksmith at this point to get the infantry armor.
Yeah.
But sometimes that's a little bit over the top. You obviously want the blacksmith. You save the wood on it, and especially fletching is so important in the archer wars anyways.
Agreed.
But right now, both players are kind of missing that upgrade. I would assume that Maxy has a blacksmith at home. More importantly, what is happening on the right-hand side? Is there blue right next to orange? Oh, that is lumber camp is a choice.
But look at this. Even these capybara that were right here Maxy's not gonna get
Yeah.
literally all the extra capybara are going to Ravine, and that's because he threw his scout away.
Scouts are such valuable units. If you can keep them alive with 1 HP, you have gained so much more than getting 1 more hit onto an enemy villager. If you traded 1 for 1 with an enemy villager early on, it's still more damage to you
The
usually
information
than it is
is
for the
worth
opponent.
so much.
Information is so valuable if you know how to work it.
Actually gonna be able to defend with these archers, though. Surprisingly, ate well. Preventing any sort of forward pressure, keeping all the fighting at Ravine's base.
The issue is, if you compare the bases, the economic setup right now. I'm not sure how many farms Maxy has set up at this point. We only see 4 on food for him, while xRAVEN is on 11. This is going to snowball hard with a good castle age time, so Maxy needs to find some damage. Just looking at the economic difference, like 4 minutes idle TCD time for Maxy because he never had the food.
And I just want to...
It's all about the food. It's that's what it comes back to.
I want to use Ghost Rider's words, not mine, because we all know I'm rooting for Maxy, but Ghost Rider makes a good point of how are you supposed to root for a player who's TCE who has been idle for 20% of the game? And I think that's a sentiment
who doesn't even have economic upgrades.
Also, good morning, Ghost Rider. Good morning, Biscuits. It's good to see you guys. Hope you're having a good day today. I think this is a mistake from Maxy also, because Maxy could have, at any point, walked these archers back into this little alcove, or even just into the back of the base where the unbuildable terrain is, and he could sit and threaten these wood lines. He could, like, because Ravine only,
but can he really walk there?
Can he really walk?
Like, he would have to run through the town center to do that.
That is true.
But when Maxy wanted to go there, xRAVEN was just building the archery range on the left, which I think was a little bit overkill going for the second archery range that early, but it seems like he doesn't think of Castle Age at all. He's going into multiple range production. Does have all the archer upgrades, while Maxy does not have the armor. Armor is mostly important in the archer vs archer fight, or skirmisher vs archer fight, so that is a good thing for Raven. But yeah, the economic setup is so different. It's also 2 upgrades, Horse Collar and Double Bit X are in. I think this is a very stable position here, and there is not that much that can be
and there's nothing worse
changed
for
in this age
Maxy than his opponent being stable.
Yeah.
Genuinely. Because Maxy's whole advantage is the chaos, no?
Yeah, definitely.
elicit the chaos
If you look
at
at his own base, I do not see a setup to be safe the moment the counterattack comes if the front doesn't work out. And just looking at the military numbers, 12 to 5. Raven could come forward any time now. And he also scouted the hidden lumber camp earlier. I mean, the scout is just hoovering around that area, still like a shark. So,
HP
yeah, there we go.
That value that we were talking about, and the Vills are going to have to leave.
Oh, but Maxy's smelling it. Well, now, I still don't know why he hated that tiny wood line over there and had to send the villagers to chop it.
That was a personal
choice.
Sometimes in life you make bad decisions for personal reasons. I kind of despise the fact that Ravine has sent 7 capybaras to this corner, almost, in my opinion, as a taunt to the fact that the Britons didn't get any of the herdables.
Yeah, it might look like a taunt,
and 2 more.
Maybe it is at this point. Usually, I do not dislike the play.
Worth of food for free under the TC, but maybe I'm the crazy one.
He couldn't do that earlier. Now, do you see them on the map? They are moving now.
Yes.
But when Maxy was on the aggression,
you're right.
He was on the right-hand side of the base, so he could have caught those capybaras any time. So it's nice to stash them to the side for some time.
Forward thinking.
Yeah. He knew about Maxy's position on the map, so he doesn't want to send all the food to him.
I like
and talking about the food, now we see the difference here. Castle Age is coming in, while Maxy's sitting at like 160 food, 14 on food, so
over double,
it is coming in at a decent pace, but it's all spent on skirmishes.
Well, and we've got over double the farms. Just baseline.
Yeah. Oh, and he's going into infantry. That's what I love to see. He's doubling down. He will get another additional PS armor in the next age. And on top of that, he will have the armor upgrade. I would assume he's going for the Castle Age armor upgrade. That's 4 armor they will have. Feudal archers will only deal 1 damage. Yes. Even with fletching. And
biscuits. Walls are for losers. I don't know why you would think Maxy would wall. He's not a loser. I'm a loser. I'll wall. Respectfully, Ravine's a loser. Look at these walls. He's got 2 walls in some places. Imagine being that insecure. I am joking, of course. Castle Age in for Ravine. Let's see what comes out. It's going to be longswords, it's going to be armor, it's going to be town watch. And I think that this is, obviously you just said it, but it's going to be such a commanding position to the point where if Ravine can even just get a good number of these longswords, he could just walk into Maxy's TC with that pierce armor.
A good number, like 2-3 should be enough considering the upgrade difference here. He can just walk into the wood lines and take out all the villages with very small amounts. What I would love to see, if you go for a push like this, the one thing that really balances your longswords out is siege, and forward siege shop always hits hard, especially with a much better uptime.
I agree. And Ravine has the res for it, so I think that it would be a mistake
I think that is.
Not to throw down
a little bit on the right, there it is, yeah.
Oh, there it is, yep, you were right. Castle does get clicked for Maxy. Is this going to be a castle into GG, like Maxy said earlier this morning? Or is it going to be enough? I don't know what Maxy can do with Castle Age, besides, and I don't know what else to say, but like his own infantry, his own siege.
That's the issue. He's Britons. Yeah. Okay. The game is over. He wasn't
Makes
really
sense.
set up to go into anything he needed to do to stop like a longsword push.
Agreed.
But with the Civ matchup, it is difficult if the Malians have that big of a timing advantage.
Oh yeah. Really well played by Ravine. I've also learned something about Malians today. I play Malians, but I've always played them as a cavalry civ. And, I am thinking of Malians. I almost thought I got it wrong, but I'm correct. I'm thinking of the Farimba civ. I pick Malians just to play just to play cav all the time. Look at this. They're an infantry civ. And infantry's good. This is a good civ.
Malians is one of the most versatile civs in the game, at least in Castle Age. In Imperial Age, their arbalests will fall off because they are like the one arbalests that do not have bracer.
Sure.
But in Castle Age, they are one of the civilizations that go for full gold comp. Choose any gold units, Malians like to make it. They have good monks, they have good cavalry, they have good archers, they have good infantry. And siege on top of it is always fine to use.
Well, and they have wood savings and extra, which makes siege just the cost negligible. All right. Do you have any more notes for these players on this game, or are we ready to jump in?
No, it was a fun game. I think it all comes back to how you use your initial scout. Like losing that for the player who has the civilization that would want to play for the map rather than the center was just a very indicative of how the match would go from that point on.
Alrighty. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Are you pulling up Capture Age, or are you keep streaming?
Just keep streaming. I kind of did not download the maps.
Yeah, that's fine. I can stream to you the whole time. It's not an issue.
Okay.
Give me 2 seconds, and I'm just gonna fill up my wall.
You're too used to the Vietnamese bonus. Okay, Maxy. What do you imply? Are you implying that you ran your... Okay, I didn't see the start of that last game. We didn't see how you lost your scout. Don't tell me you ran into the opponent's town center when there is like a line connecting your town center to his. Like, it's one of the map that has a big arrow, like, the enemy town center is here. Oh no. Now, once again, we have a map here where running to the opponent's TC would be a little bit awkward, so I hope you're not doing this on Aftermath. Because you should kinda know when you're close to the town center, considering the opponent's walls. It is very... The line is pointing at the enemy's TC. If you... Why would you even run that far? The Malian is stock weird, no brace out for Gal. Yeah, Malian is one of the weirdest water civilizations. See, that is where the big weakness lies. Late game water just isn't really a choice for them. With just the last ship upgrade missing for the mainline ships. I don't know if it still is that big of an issue with the current water rework. Like, are they missing the last Calc upgrade? I think they got fast fires, at least got fast fires before to balance out the lack of galleons. But they're definitely a little bit awkward on water to play, even with all the wood savings. They get Carrack, okay. Yeah, they would need those. I would assume they also get good blacksmith upgrades for the fires then. The bonus is also good for water early. I think that's what you play into. They are definitely a civilization that is liked on Nomad with all the wood savings. You're getting the fishing ships out faster. You get a good economy running. And you're not really playing for Imperial water anyway, so that's where they shine. You want to go for the Castle Age, unique units play. It's kind of like Persians in that way. Yeah. I honestly don't know how Persian's late game water is too. And on Nomad, I think they kind of share one of the top spots with their opening. They miss Blast Furnace. I honestly, as someone who likes playing water, I do not know how big of a difference it is to miss Blast Furnace on the Carracks. It is rare that I actually go for those attack upgrades for Hulks, because the water triangle is too strong for anything besides the ranged upgrades for the galleys to matter much. At least that's how it feels to me. In Hulk versus Hulk, the attack upgrades never matter, because they always have enough armor to balance it out and go down to only 1 damage per attack. Unless you're Ketons and get the double attack bonus. But still, it's just more efficient to add a few galleys behind. Okay. There seems to be an odd script of Aftermath. Because there's a lot more holes in the walls than what I'm used to.
Sorry,
welcome back. It's fine. There was a discussion on Malians and water.
I do need to apologize, but if I can start this game and have you alright, but is that okay?
Oh, okay. Yeah, then we start with the bird's eye view.
Yep, here you go, guys.
And here we are in the game 2 of the Continental Finals for the Warlord bracket in the Specialist Cup. On the left-hand side, we have xRAVEN playing as the Chinese, and on the right-hand side, we have Maxy playing as a more conventional civ for this map, the Mayans. Now, this is Aftermath. It is kind of a peculiar map. Each player starts with a kind of walled-in base that deletes a lot of its walls and has terrain that you cannot just close it up again. On the map, there are 2 workshops, and the players will contest these workshops. One reason Mayans are so liked for this map is that you can intentionally go for loom instantly and can send a villager forward by being 1 villager ahead and contest the workshops. Also, the Eagle is stronger than the Scout at this stage of the game, so getting access to both workshops, and we see that, I think, Maxy does have both workshops currently. His resources should be shooting ahead from this point on. Now, Chinese are kind of an odd pick, because people like to send their villagers out to support the fight for these workshops, and as Chinese you don't want to send those initial villagers, you need them under your town center, because you do not have any food to keep it working otherwise. Where are the militia? What is this crap? Well, they only just now took the workshops. We are still only 2 minutes in. Just one option for this map is to open up with barracks, which neither player chose to do, because if you control the workshops, you soon enough will manage to just produce more militia from the barracks to keep control of the workshops and can get that to snowball military counts in Dark Age. Now we see some pixels in the bottom, fighting around the workshop. Maxy is trying to keep control by just running the Eagle around the workshop in just in range, so, well, it stays in control. The villagers are chasing it, but they're not reaching it. I assume that the Eagle doesn't have a lot of life left, but 2 of Maxy's villagers are walking over so they can take over the control once the Eagle has the chance to leave. And yeah, now that the villagers are here, Eagle is running away, is staying alive. Villagers fighting, 2 villagers versus 2 villagers, using a little bit of the hill advantage here. I absolutely have not the eyes to really see what exactly is going on here, but it looks like xRAVEN is running home with those villagers, doesn't see the chance to stay here, and I guess intends to go for feudal age timing to take those workshops back. But look at the resources. 900 resources to 440? We already have double the resources for Maxy? That is a really, really big difference. And Raven doesn't want to sit on that and goes out with villagers to the upper workshop now. Barracks is up for Maxy. The idle time is not looking good for Raven, and that's why Chinese are awkward. You send the villagers to fight, you won't have the resources to keep producing villagers, so we're sitting at 2 minutes idle time. Usually you want to be at like 20 seconds idle time with the Chinese. So instead of being like 2 villages ahead, as you usually would be, he's 1 villager behind, and even was house for a little bit just now, so that is closer to 2 villages now. A little bit of a kerfuffle for the northern workshop. Maxy is sending more villager out, is using the Eagle to keep control while other villagers are fighting. And seems to be winning this side. In the meantime, Raven coming down with 2 more villagers in the south. I hope everybody has really good eyes here. Because I currently also only see the fully zoomed out perspective. And we got a workshop! Raven got the workshop! While the villages that control the workshop are being walled in. Maxy just noticed, wants to go back for a kerfuffle, but I guess those villages are low from the earlier fight, so he cannot take it, has to run away, and for the first time, Raven is controlling workshop, 700 resources behind. That is not a good spot to be in. but it doesn't look... Okay. I was asking myself if Maxy wanted to skip infantry, but now here we are. 2 militia are on the map, and yeah, he wants to contest the villages with militia. Now, walling in the workshop with palisades, that is just super inefficient. That is never worth it.
Alright, sorry about that.
Both players are trying that. Don't worry, I have good eyes.
What? Okay, so Ravine controls the southern one. Okay,
Maxy was controlling the southern one for most of the time, and yeah, now he is back to controlling this one. And just look at resource gathered difference already. It's such a big difference with the resources those things generate.
So what res do they generate? Is it all res, or is it just...
No. These only generate a little bit of food and a little bit of wood. I think each of them is worth like 3 villages.
Oh wow, that's a lot at the beginning of the game.
It is a lot. This is, I mean, this map is one of my complaints about some game design issues in Age of Empires, and this is a Red Bull map.
Oh,
this is a map that is designed around a feudal age start with economy of like 20 to 6 villages.
Where
so
it matters
3
way
villages
less,
are
and
not
you already
as
have military.
Strong.
Yeah.
You fight to contest them because the 3 villages are value, but not as much value as when you start with 3 villages.
So Ravine's going to be up to feudal first here, just about 55 seconds faster. And Maxy...
I'm honestly surprised he managed that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think what it must be is the investment into military for Maxy compared to, I'm going to assume Ravine, yeah, no military at all for Ravine.
Yeah.
Just super standard, sort of. Did they both send a Vil forward for the workshops?
Yeah, they were fighting with villagers on both sides, and
Maxy?
Maxy was just getting the first hits with the villagers. Eagle versus Scout is just a free win for the Eagle Warrior.
Oh.
So he had a stronger opening. And also, I didn't like the opening for Raven because he's Chinese. He doesn't want to send the villagers. He doesn't have any food to keep producing if the villagers aren't working. So the TC idle time is speaking the story. Usually you would want to be at 20 seconds. Now he's at 2 minutes 45.
Yeah, no. This is the inverse of last game, where Maxy had, you know, tried to go forward and create chaos and, you know, take the deer, and then lost his scout. And in this game, Ravine lost his scout, and Maxy's forward pressure worked, and he's getting that trickle of resources. So this is kind of like the opposite way that the Maxy coin flip can go.
Yeah, 1,000 resource difference is huge at this stage of the game, but I don't like the current situation. You are gathering your resources, you have a much bigger army. That army is not near the enemy. It's somewhere where you really don't need it at this stage of the game. You want to be right inside in the enemy's face the moment the upgrade hits. Now we are super late with moving out. Raven knows you're gathering the units here because you're hitting the palisades, you're showing stuff.
I was gonna say, if you were gonna hit these palisades, you should have hit it with all of them, because it would have cleared pretty quickly with all those men-at-arms. Archer potentially going to be able to deny the walling.
The walling just isn't worth it. It just is, you have the military advantage, attack the opponent, kill the opponent.
It's perfect in Dark Age when all you're dealing with is Vil fighting.
Slow.
But now it's more important to have units, I agree.
Like the walls were down when the fighting was over. I'm definitely not a fan of those walls. They fall so fast.
Unless there's only archers, in which case, you know, it's not the worst thing you can do. I think the big thing is Maxy is just trying to make sure there's as much friction between Ravine and taking the workshops away from him as possible.
Which is still an issue, there's men-at-arms. Just imagine them attacking the woodline or something. Like,
True.
Right now we have an investment of those, how many are those? 9 men-at-arms that are scared from 3 archers. Running back, running forth, like, they haven't generated any value. And in Age of Empires, it's all about value generation. And with that, I count destroying opponent stuff also as generating value.
Agreed.
And that's what military is supposed to do. Right now, you just made an army that is easy to get picked off by the archers, because the timing with the attack just wasn't there. The amount of units was there when it needed to be, but it wasn't in the place where it could find any value.
Now we could see a good engagement for Maxy. He needs to micro this.
Ravine doesn't have fletching.
Oh my goodness, it's fletching.
So he's going to lose this.
Surprise archers for Maxy. And the men-at-arms
I
are going to be
really,
able to
really dislike the lack of a blacksmith here.
For Ravine? Yeah, 2 range.
He's Chinese, he gets the upgrade cheaper. It should have been a high priority.
Oh, it's all the way over here.
That is, but it's coming in so late. He lost his mass to already. He's on stone. He should prioritize building a tower at his wood line and at his gold, just to be on the safe side.
His archers are going to be in the eco, and I think it's a mistake to sit under this PC. I think you either need to swing around and hit...
There's no value where they are standing right now.
Yeah, exactly.
If they were at the wood line, that's where big value can be found if they go to the gold. But they can't move to the town center.
Scouting by Maxy with scouting. I think he's just not used to still having a scout this late into the game. Wheelbarrow coming in for Maxy now. Another miracle.
It's an economic upgrade. Usually not the first economic upgrade a player gets, but this time it is.
Well, Maxy needs his bills to move faster.
Faster moving villages.
Fighting. Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
I would like them attacking this range more if it was the only range. I would prefer, again, and maybe I'm out of my depth here, but I don't feel like there's any reason Maxy shouldn't be wanting to swing around the back of this base.
No, that is exactly what you're supposed to do. Keep your units active. Find the places where you can deal actual damage.
Yeah,
you can shoot all your arrows at building and hope to take it down. But
Ravine's had so much time that he's going to be able to tower all his res. He's going to be...
he can also build a tower on the other wood line and just go away from the stone, because he doesn't need that stone anymore at this point.
Exactly. And he's going to tower the stone, in fact.
The market was used. And Castle H is going to be in for Maxy a lot sooner. That's those 2 workshops working.
Oh yeah.
2,400 resource lead. That is a big one. Even with the suboptimal decisions with the forward military, now we are moving. Now we're starting to move around. We already killed the opponent's military earlier, so we should have known that we are free to kind of hoover around the base.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking too, was when he took that fight earlier and he saw this tower up, I feel like he should have immediately tried and look on the back of the base for something. Wheelbarrow's coming in for Ravine, archers chilling underneath that tower.
Yeah, he's going to call it when Castle H is in. I definitely didn't like the move with the archers just now, because when you click to the next age, you want to preserve your mass, you want to have them in a good spot to support the actual strong push that follows up with the power spike. Now you have crossbows that are going to sit under the opponent's tower, and will be kind of scared to move out.
I forgot that Maya get cheaper, or I don't know why I thought it was faster moving archers, but it's cheaper. That's gotta play
archers. Faster moving is something very new for archers. That is what the Muisca get with a unique technology.
Oh wow. I don't know why I thought Maya got it. Oh, you know what? I think it's just because we're fast. Genuinely.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. I conflated fast movement speed of the... And these skirms are going to get a decent amount of damage here, surprisingly, because most of the archers aren't close enough, and they're on stand ground. So losing like half our archers here before we can get crossbow bodkin, and this goes from a winning position for Maxy to genuinely what happened.
Maxy gloating about how good his 21 to 9 KD is in chat. Now we look at the stats again, and he lost a lot of his archers. That
Actually,
should be crossbow.
Have 5 archers. Still gonna be having 4 archers chilling here. This
it's not a good position for Raven. He's not in the economic situation to click up anytime soon.
And Gotta find a way to contest crossbow Bodkin now.
And he's doing something weird. He's adding more town centers. That is not a Maxy thing to do.
I'm so sorry, but Ravine has won, correct?
No, he is 1-1.
It's 1-1.
Oh. Yes, he won 9 of the games of the best of 7.
No. Maxy, that's why I apologize.
It's not 1-1 yet. This game is the second game of the set.
Oh.
I meant
losing
Raven has won 1 game.
I was mistaken. I apologize. Maxy, I'm not counting you out. I'm rooting for you. I forgot where we were at in the set, and I was like, did I forget? I often forget to do the score at the top, which is why I was doubting myself in the first place. Ballistics is in for Maxy. He's getting all the right techs. I just feel like...
What?
Gotta do something. Maybe a forward siege workshop.
I mean... It's not wrong to go for a strong economy behind this. That is one option how to play this age advantage.
Sure.
And 4 town centers, I mean, that is good. You use all the additional resources you get from the workshops, but you also will not get enough resources for 4 town centers if you only have 12 on food. There needs to be an adjustment to the food economy, and we have all the wood to do so. So Maxy... Honestly, I would say Maxy could just boom multiple town centers, but now I look at the economy for both players. 47 to 51. How is it still so even?
I think most of it has to do...
Yeah, the new town centers are built, but they are not being used.
Castle clicked for Ravine now.
He's not going to be as far behind as I thought he would be when he...
Well, and it's because he's been farming for the whole game because he hasn't been able to rely on the workshops.
But what does he want to do after this? He has nothing on gold, but there's nothing stopping him from being on gold, is there? Like, his gold is still protected by the tower, there's no unit sitting under it. So, the one thing he would need to open with is a siege workshop. And I guess we lost tea time to a doggo.
No, sorry. No. My roommate is a dog trainer and just got up and started doing training, so I had to close the door to my office. Also, I changed the title order. It no longer says Snowy Lemons League. It should now say Spec Cup. Let me know if that's correct or not. As we see a 5th TC for Maxy going up.
A 5th TC, well, now since the 4th TC has been added, the economy suddenly started rising a lot. So Raven is on a timer here, he needs to find counter damage. Still, with the units that are on the field, the best option is to go for siege, and I think that is the only option to really find back into the game. He is going for elite skirmishers. Not a bad unit with the economic disparity, a really dangerous play because he will not be able to spam those units that well.
Otter, let me know. I turned up my gain on my mic, so I should be louder now. If it's not more even, let me know. But thank you for letting me know. E-Skirm coming in for Ravine. Forward castle.
Oh, forward castle. Does it even range of single farm?
That's the thing. It's like it's a forward castle, but it's not forward enough. And I know people meme on me, but this is why one of the things I always say is like, if you're gonna forward castle, really think about where you're gonna put it. And it's not always about putting it as far forward as you can, but the more forward you put it, the more likely you are to range something that your opponent actually needs, you know? Now, because we got the siege workshop,
far forward as you can with the state of the game, and with the military advantage, Maxy could put it really far forward. It should sit on the farms, next to the market on the farms, denying the stone, denying the town center. Like that would be the perfect place for it to sit.
Agreed. And it's not like he hasn't scouted it. He's literally got units here.
Yeah, that's why you have the units there, so that would have gone up.
The quality of forward castles is decreasing. I must whip this community into shape.
No one has been grading them for a while.
The feedback thingies?
The feedback? Is there an echo when you talk?
Ish. Oh wait, hang on.
Okay, I mean that castle is definitely better. It is going up. There is not enough military for Raven to stop it, and that is going to hit the goals. The TC, the farms are going to be idled.
Let me know how
And
this
Maxy is also moving towards Imperial Age with the economy.
Guard tower is in for Ravine. Interesting choice.
It is a nice defensive choice when the opponent has good ranged units.
I don't want to be disrespectful, but I am uncertain what Ravine's plan is.
Yeah, we don't have the game state set up for any win condition currently. We are just surviving,
The biggest thing is if Maxy has a Vil lead on you, it's something has gone terribly.
Yeah. And especially with the earlier Imperial Age that is coming in just now, I don't see him lasting beyond the Imperial Age. I think he just expected Maxy to not match much economy behind this. So he thinks he's surviving in a much better spot than he actually is.
Oh yeah, I don't
But
think he expects.
the towers are going down, the siege is there. Now the skirmishers should be able to hold it. This should not be that valuable of a trade for Maxy. The skirmishers should still get a few kills here. And yeah, this is just a slow death.
I think if Maxy just brings his rams over to this TC, sits there with the archer, that he can
Just needs to wait 30 seconds.
Sure.
30 seconds.
Sure.
The moment the Imperial Age is in, like I don't like the rain play on top of the Imperial Age play. It's like, let's do everything all at once.
Yeah, that is true.
You can just set yourself up with a really good economy, with really good military, and just be a little bit patient, and then you come with the big hit. Now Imperial Age is in, and yeah, GG has been called.
Makes sense. I think this game was basically determined by the fact that Max got workshops and that wasn't pressured at all.
You weren't there in the first few moments, but when Maxy had 900 resources gathered, he already had double of what Raven had.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like that early in the game, because he got both of the workshops and managed to hold them, it just snowballed.
Holy cow. Look at that res collected difference. Wow.
Yeah.
Really well played by Maxy. But, and I mean this with all the love and respect in the world, I feel like this map lends itself very much to the Maxy coin flip of let me send my Vil forward right away, you know? And he's so used to playing that way that if you're a more standard player, you're just gonna get out chaosed by Maxy, I think. Hello, good morning, D1. Good to see you. How are you?
I'm just never going to be a fan of maps that have workshops like this where they are half your economy in the early game. It's too strong, too much to fight for. During a age where military play just isn't that much fun. Because all you can do is make some bully boys, and that's all your options. Oh yeah, some people like it.
Okay, I adjusted my audio as you told me to, Otter, when you get if you're back from ads. So that is Lorray, and this is me. I looked at the stats a little bit while you were breaking down the beginning of the game for me, Lorray. Do you have any other notes besides that beginning of the game sort of scuffling?
Oh, no,
I really don't feel
think
like
so.
there
I
was
think
anything
that's
else
what this
Ravine
really
could have
came
done.
down to.
Yeah, exactly. Alrighty, let's jump into game 3 then.
Maybe mic is too close. I think my mic is very close to my mouth right now. I don't know. Is there an issue with my voice?
That is so weird that I'm getting feedback. I wonder if the issue is with my actual mic interface. Genuinely.
I know I'm fine. I looked into the mirror earlier, but
Jorge is totally
but the voice is...
okay. Guys, don't listen to Otter. Maxy, are you hearing any feedback?
I mean, the only feedback I notice right now is Otter in chat. That's a lot of feedback from Otter there.
I'll try and see if I can see what Otter is talking about. It does swoosh, whenever TT. Okay, weird.
I need to. I mean, you're nicely audible in Discord.
Okay, that is super. I think it genuinely might be my like actual like in that makes like the turn the output up. So I just turned the output way up on my interface. I also have a button on the front, and I don't know. I think I don't want it put, but I'm not certain. And then I have my gain turned just below half, and I turned it down below half after you said what you said. I think it was gone yesterday too, Otter. I will investigate if I can figure out what could be the problem. Okay, actually, how about now?
Yeah, I honestly don't hear it currently.
How about now? I think maybe I could have fixed it. Because apparently the mic on the headset was on, but I don't know if that would have caused that. Anyways, if it's not too bad, I think we will go cascade. What do you think?
I didn't notice anything as I was while you were just
change?
talking. I was
Okay.
listening to the stream.
Okay, I'll have to work with
But,
it more,
yeah.
Otter. I'm sorry. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 3 of this Specialist Cup final. We have, in the blue, on the Vikings, Maxy Mcczech. In the pink, on the Huns, xRAVINES. And the map is Spiral. I love this map. It is
Such a good map.
so good. Now, maybe a silly question. Lorhay, are you playing in Specialist Cup?
I did play in Specialist Cup.
Do you know if Spiral always spawns on the water gen in this version?
No. Spiral.
It still spawns.
You see all the possible CC spawn points. They are all marked. They are also the only locations where you find golden stone, besides the center where there's some extra gold.
Right.
So no one should ever have issues finding those spots. But if one player is on the water, the other player is too. They will always be on opposite sides of the map. So if someone manages to run into the opponent's town center, he cannot blame it on not being Vietnamese. It is very clear where the opponent's town center is. But other than that, it is always very open where the players will spawn here.
And Maxy gonna go ahead and rush over, grab the extra herdables from the side berry patch. Sorry, no, that was Ravine. I'm tripping.
Yeah, and Maxy didn't grab the herdables on the right hand side.
Oh wait,
so
Maxy grabbed the ones on the left. It was Maxy. Okay, I was not tripping.
Then
I was so confused for half a second. Maxy's trying to lame the boar from all this way. This is genuinely.
Yeah, we lost so much scout HP.
So.
What was it? The town center. His scout is nearby though.
And immediately gonna hit that Vil. Gonna hit the scout. Gonna try and get that board to
he just needs to dance a little bit back. He doesn't need to contest the villagers. He just needs to contest the scout. The scout is low HP.
Yes, agreed.
Now he's sending his own villagers, but he doesn't have loom compared to Maxy. Oh no, he went for loom. Just kill the scout. Just kill the opponent's scout.
Maxy scout is one hit away. House trick.
Now he needs to de-aggro the ball.
Actually,
now you just lure the ball and are happy with your life.
She's gonna try and get this scout killed. He wants Ravine scout. He's gonna take it.
Both scouts should be one shot, so it literally comes down to attacks first, but now Maxy is not running into the town center. Moving away in the last second. And this is the part where Raven could just turn around with the villager and be happy. Because what I say about Maxy's gameplay, if Maxy does not succeed with the lame, he gifted you a Chinese start.
True.
He is getting loom, he is sending one villager forward, you are 2 villagers ahead in economy the whole time. Now, if you go for the counter lane, you have signed up to play his game. You have signed up to just give the advantage back. And now you need to find the damage or at least balance it out somehow.
So I was expecting maybe like a dock over here for Ravine. But I don't know what this builder's gonna do. I thought it was a dock. Yeah, it is a dock. Okay. And it's a dock within vision.
Yeah, the dogs have great vision. You definitely know that you're not building a sneaky dock here. It is an odd choice, I have to say. This might not even go up. He has to force it up. Yeah, it should be easy to force up. Maxy is not... don't tell me Maxy is sending the villagers and taking the dock down manually. That is not good for you. Okay, he's sending them on the shore.
We haven't.
But he was ready to throw hands there.
We have yet to get a chance to talk about the Civ matchup, but my first inclination is that Vikings are better on this map after or if. And it looks like Maxy is gonna.
This map is a cavalry archer map. It is a very open map. You do not have too many resources in your base. Like you only have 2 gold piles. So just sitting at home and having a safe economy is not the option here. You need to expand. You need to be mobile. You need to control the places where your opponent wants to expand to. If you have the more mobile stuff, you can also feel a little bit safer when going onto the berries. Though on this generation, the berries are the furthest away they can be, so I expect none of the players to really go out to mill that. But yeah, Vikings, I think the only real bonus is with the dock here, and looking at it, they're not really ahead in this one. Actually, Raven was the first one to click up. Does not have as many fishing ships. Just wants to disrupt the fishing economy. Just to taking away some of the fish.
Actually, I'd like to click up.
Oh.
Gonna be a 55-second to a minute and 50 seconds to feudal. And Ravine has two options here. I think we know which option he's gonna go for. But he can go for a stable, or he can go on water. He can do both, but it's hard.
Yeah. I don't think it's that hard. Your hunts, you're saving your all your wood, and when you play water here, you're not going for like 10 ships. You're going for one dock. You make maybe 1-2 hulks to stop the opponent from gathering resources, and more important,
I was gonna be like,
the
don't make a
opponents
demo
to make
raft.
their own ships.
True, get them
Like,
to invest.
that's the big thing here. You want the opponent to invest into this pond. If someone goes for a double dock on their pond, then you are happy. You're super happy. That is a huge urban investment, even for the Vikings who get bonus there. But
15% is
very
not
awkward
enough to
position.
make up for the fact that you had to build two.
Having a lot, going for a lot of military onto the water here is not really an option. Like, what are your ships doing once you won the water? There is not that much deep fish to contest for the time, and it doesn't really protect you. But he's definitely overdoing it. If we look at Raven's base right now, I don't know if he added a stable or a range yet, but he added a dock at home, and he never made a fishing ship at home. Now Maxy is investing a lot into the hulks. Third hulk is coming out. At least he's stopping the investment into more military ships. That would be a very big waste. But needs to think of doing something on land, and needs to think of being ready on land for something to happen. Demo is going to come out. That demo might hit the villagers that just went to the shorefish. That's what I want to see. That's exactly what I would like to see happening.
Maybe archers for Ravine.
Yeah, decent choice. Oh, the demo happened. I don't know what it did. It killed the villagers while he looked away. There's 3 dead bodies on the shorefish.
Boom, baby! Good
That
catch there,
feels
Lord
good.
Hay.
And at the same time, how well is the left-hand side walled off? For Maxy, because
Pretty well.
there is
There's still an
There's still
opening
the
here,
shore.
though. Yeah.
You can still circle around the town center if you go there with the archers, but obviously it's the other side that is a lot more open still. But it is getting closed. It really depends on the damage the archers can find. Another demo was made, but that one was trapped by the military ships, so it dealt the maximum amount of damage. The Maxy invested into more military ships now, the fire to take down that dock. And what I liked, Raven went for a dock at home, has 3 fishing ships, is completely uncontested and happy over there. That is such a nice trade-off. Archers are coming in. Currently they are sneaky. There's a defensive spear. That spear should just say hello and then die. Well, he got out the first syllable. But the defensive tower is being forced. Those archers are not diving that way. He wanted to dive towards the wood line.
Another demo.
Finding where to go to. Yeah, the demos are a little bit of an over-investment. That is not the... You're happy with the value the opponent invested in this lake. Oh, the tower killed the archers. And they will not find any damage. So it is kind of a fizzled out feudal age, and both players will probably think forward to the castle age at this stage. Maxim is having the resources actually quite nicely on hand. 500 food, 300 gold. You can just add a little bit more food economy and heavily click up. In the meantime, Raven has a lot better food economy, so even though he's behind in resources, that will come in no time. And yeah, I think both players are just looking forward to the next stage here.
Agreed. I'm very interested to see what the plan is in the next age. With 4 on stone, we could see a castle from Maxy. I think if we do see a castle from Maxy, it's either gonna be like on one of these hills near the center for food and gold, or it's gonna be like here so that we have access to a second TC location.
Yeah, it's a Viking castle. There's not that much value you get from it in this kind of scenario.
Yeah,
it's a
that's
very
kind of what I
open
was
map,
thinking.
so if the Hun player goes for some cavalry archers,
A single castle is not gonna be much.
he's going to just be happy to be everywhere where your defensive buildings aren't.
So what is Maxy gonna go into? He built a range. Got his barracks, of course.
This is just skirmishers. He has one on the map already.
Skirms
And
and
if you
spears,
expect the
maybe?
cavalry archers, that would be kind of your unit to play.
True.
A second range for Raven.
I feel like that just confirms the CA is coming.
Yeah.
Second range for Maxy. Confirms the skirms are coming.
Range. But he's not producing any. He's just getting fletching. And he's also not producing archers. So right now, are you trying to contest Hun cavalry archers with Viking cavalry archers?
I hope not. Because then it's just... You're just giving the Hun the advantage because of cheaper.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, their stables...
Han is making them cheaper and can get better upgrades onto them, like bloodlines, husbandry. That is something Vikings will not get.
Vikings don't get thumb ring, they don't get Porthian tactics, they don't get bloodlines, they don't get husbandry.
Yeah.
They don't get heavy CA. So if you go CA here, you're literally only going CA for like early castle age. There's no going further with the CA. It's like a go now and then switch soon.
I just don't like the addition of the archers for Raven. That is just if we want to go CA, why are we making a unit that he needs another upgrade?
Agreed.
Is he thinking of an early Imperial Age? Looking at resources Raven has on hand, he's just about to reach Castle Age. He's going to spend a lot of resources on upgrades there. The archers are trying to be a nuisance. Okay, Maxy now started with the production of the skirmishes. He has a bit of Castle Age time, but he's...
It's gonna be scale
barding armor?
Yeah.
What did he add another range for?
That's what I'm thinking.
I guess it's for the skirmishes. I guess because he's seeing the skirmishes now, he's thinking, oh, I can't go CA, I need to go knights. Maybe 2-3 knights will stop the skirmishes from being all over the map, and then you just have full control anyways. And I don't mind adding the town centers.
I love this.
I do not like the way he's spreading them.
I think that if you're not gonna go aggressive, this is the right play. I am very intrigued by the fact that we're going CA and Knights, and I think that that's just because Ravine saw what we saw, which was all that res in the bank, and he was like, I can either go Imp, or I can make a strong and versatile army. He's gonna go for option B.
Yeah. Now, it doesn't hurt much to spread out the town centers here, because you are the mobile civ, the opponent is not.
Yes.
So even with the town centers being far, it's not as bad, but it's still a little bit awkward if you spread out. In the meantime, Maxy also wants to secure more resources. That is a very nice place to go to, getting the wood, getting the stone. And the opponent is on the other side, so we'll not find damage, but there is a hole, there is an overchop.
We do notice the hole.
Maxy noticed.
Where are our skirms? Okay. The problem is, E-skirms are out here where the knight is just gonna absolutely wreck face. One knight can
Yeah.
kill all these skirms. I don't know if
Well,
that's
if
factual,
if they have the upgrades with micro, you don't lose that much here.
but okay.
Like if you go for a shot onto them, and you can run onto the water, your ships are going
Kiting
to
to
do a
the
lot of
water is really smart here. Maxy constantly trying to get more value out of those units. Archers on the wood line, and this could be a problem if Maxy needs skirms and he doesn't have any safe wood because there's stuff. I mean, yes, he's got this
He
TC.
does have safe wood. The town center is protecting it, and the town center is also protecting the other wood lines. Because you have to run around it to get to them.
Oh, yeah.
There's always kind of a bigger range than what the building actually protects that gets saved with buildings like that. But yeah, a few villager kills came in 11-1 in the economic KD. Nicely pulling the archers away, but Maxy is not chasing deep enough. So even with those archers, even without getting them to crossbow, they added some value, now they are found, and they will not survive that.
3 TCs versus 1 TCs. This might be GG. Maybe
3 versus
silencer.
2. 3 versus 2.
It is 3 versus. That is a good catch.
It might have been written a bit.
Yes,
earlier.
that is true.
The skirmishers are now out quite far. If the knights, there are 3 knights on the map, are ready to pounce them, that would be nice. But I guess we are losing more knights to the ships. That is kind of avoidable.
You're just giving value over to Maxy every time these ships get to do something.
Oh, Maxy was thinking of a castle on the left-hand side, removed it again, and is building it to secure the gold.
Okay.
I'm not much of a fan here.
I am not a fan either, but probably for different reasons.
The way you described it earlier fit much better to how you place castles on this map. You want them on the hills.
Yeah, like here, or
yes.
like here, like here.
The hill is not exactly on the gold, but do you really need the gold as much right now?
No, I think you need the wood and the food, truly.
Yeah, you need to secure area, and you can easily wall off that
map
part.
control. Agreed. Am I saying Ravine's name wrong? I've said Ravine.
I always say xRAVEN.
I feel so silly right now. That you can say that Raven, can't you? I forget that the Y has so many sounds.
I always said it that way, but honestly, English is a language where people just make up their pronunciation, so you're never wrong.
Well, and
you're also never right.
The other thing is, Otter pointed out the fact that I have a tendency to say people's names wrong because I call Maxy Mcczech, and that I'm adding letters definitely to that. But I've casted Ravine many times, and I don't think he's corrected me yet. So either he's a real chill guy.
Honestly, I think you say it better than I, because I say Raven, but the way I say it, the Y and V are kind of swapped. I'm not the person to look for good pronunciation.
I get people in here and they're like, wow, your English sucks. I mean, they're a native speaker, and I'm like, yeah, it does. I'm trying my best though. So, what do you think of this castle? I like Ravine's castle more than Maxy's, even though it's not offensive or anything. It's just, it really locks down the lake a little bit. It keeps this sort of corridor clear. It does make it so if Maxy wants to come, he has to come all the way through this TC or through these walls. And then like a second castle, I'm assuming is gonna go like here. Or
no.
here.
The second castle is already placed. The villagers
Oh
are going
my
forward. You might like
goodness.
this one a little bit more.
I like this one a lot
There is a
more.
defensive tower that can be dangerous. But the one thing that happened while you were talking, that happened on screen, that the skirmishers, they were all forward, they were being cleared off by scouts. Light cavalry was just killing all the skirmishers. That is not good value. Now we are sending the villagers to stop the castle, but these are enough villagers to get this castle up. You don't care about the one.
The castle goes up no matter what.
And that is such a great position to be in here.
Oh my goodness. That is
And
so
for some
many
reason,
towers.
Maxy went for longboats. Because of course we invest more into that strip of
What?
water.
Maxy, Maxy, I do need an explanation. I can defend you day and night. But now I'm
he can tell us how it's pronounced. Is tea time correct?
Ravine or Rav. Capitalizing the Y doesn't tell me if it makes the E or the I sound. It just emphasizes it. Ravine. Or Raven. Or, alternatively, it could be Ravien.
Ah, xRAVINES.
Maxy, be honest. Did you get the tower upgrade idea? I am wondering why we have guard tower, but Ravine's gonna be up
Guard
to
tower is a great upgrade.
Is it a great upgrade?
Yeah. Especially when you play against cavalry archers and you are not a mobile civ, guard towers are one of your best friends to stop them from ever becoming a nuisance.
Nice. Good to know. I did not know that. But I have been seeing like more guard towers recently, and I was curious about that.
They are also really great to stop siege pushes if the siege pushes are not really ram-centered. And even if they are ram-centered, you can just put some military that kills rams next to the towers and no one can die for you because they dish out a good amount of damage and are really hard to take down in Counter-Strike. Now, I like the addition here of some Tarkans to be annoying under the towers, because the additional PS armor just enables them to be that great raiding unit that just ignores a little bit more every fire than every other unit would.
Oh, they do
this
have
is
high
actually
tier
a
center.
nice position right now for our unpronounceable player.
Gotta get cleaned
Oh,
up.
the ships are getting value. Ships are getting value. That's a lot of town centers for Maxy.
A lot of town centers for Maxy, but they aren't working. We've got no food, Maxy.
Yeah, that is.
We've got 10
True,
farms
there's not
and
that big
one
of a
fish.
food economy. I mean, Vikings just think about the civ a little bit. I don't think they are that well known for their farming economy. That would be an odd thing.
You've heard of 5 loaves and 2 fish. Well, now get ready for 10 farms and 1 gold.
Don't forget the berries, just look at the saturation on those berries. That is 16 villagers for 2 berry patches. Ooh,
that 100 food is coming in fast. Grab is on the map.
I definitely like... Yeah?
This is a problem. Because we're imping in this TC.
Okay, good that you didn't let me finish the sentence there, because I wanted to say I liked this TC on the gold. When the one TC was being pushed, you get a new safe area and still secure the gold, that the castle doesn't threaten. But now that I see that Imperial Age is inside of that town center, I don't want to see it anymore. And
oh no, it's gonna get denied!
I'm going to be happy about not seeing it anymore, because it's going to disappear out of my eyes in just a few seconds.
Oh my goodness, Maxy, no! Did you know this was gonna get cancelled,
The one per second knows that Imp is happening in here.
Oh no! Imp denied! Imp denied by the first treb. Oh my goodness, and Maxy's probably like wondering, he's like sitting waiting. Yeah. As soon as he realizes it's GG, that makes sense to me.
I'm not someone who would realize that while playing. I'm just like, oh my god, did my economy suddenly pop off? I have so many resources. Time to make units before I hit him.
I think what he probably realized was like, he was waiting for the noise, and he knew it should have been soon, and then when he didn't hear it, he checked and saw that it got denied, and he was like, okay. So 2 things I would have done differently, Maxy, and not that I think you'll take my advice, but the first thing I would have done is, when you saw Ravine dock over here, and then you won this water, I maybe would have come over and docked his water then. I know that's not high-level gameplay, but it is at least something that gives you a foothold on the front, and it makes him invest more in water after you've already sort of invested at home for it. The second thing I would have done that I think you already know, if this castle is like here, or even here, or here, then you have this safe eco with this castle here. He's having the treb uphill. His castle goes here or here instead of here. We kind of built our only castle way out of the way, and kind of are just now really utilizing the space that it gave us. And then we were expanding on the place where we didn't have a castle. But other than that, I don't think I am good enough to give you much more input on how you could have done. Do you have any notes for this game, Laura?
Yeah, I mean, as you said, the spreading out with the town centers of the economy, it doesn't befit the non-mobile civilizations.
Agreed.
So that's why I was complaining at first about Raven's 2 town centers that he added on both sides of the base instead of focusing onto one side, because it's much easier to protect one side. But for Maxy, it really mattered here. If he has both additional town centers in one area and then a castle that protects that area, that economy is safe. If you split yourself, especially against someone who has the more mobile units, then you're just opening yourself up to get raided in a place where you're not paying attention to, where you're not safe, where you don't have a castle. It's spreading yourself too thin. Yeah, you're thinking long term. I secured 2 of those extra mineral patches, but until you're using all the resources there, it's so much time that passes that I think a slower setup, but a safer setup is always better.
And Maxy did admit that he just hit select all TCs and pressed imp, which is how he went imp in this front TC. No, I agree with your assertion. Yeah, I think that's about it. Ready to jump to game 4?
For me, it was mostly the water play in the early game. There was too much investment into the ships. From both players. Raven had a really nice demo. And after that, after killing those 3 villages with the demo, after having Maxy make 3 military ships, you can't just stop production from the dock. You won in resources spent there. But the investment kept going from both players. I mean, the demos don't cost as much as the second dock and the additional military ships, but yeah.
Alrighty. Well,
Game
there's
4.
no chance of anyone over investing on water here. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Game 4 of this Specialist Cup Final. We are in the Continental Map Pool, in the Chieftains Elo bracket, and in the blue, on the Magyars, we have Maxy Mcczech, and in the purple-pink, on the Georgians, we have xRAVINES. And we are on Sunburn. I have lost to Dizzy on this map to infantry, so I am intrigued. I know this is a map where laming is totally advisable, if not like meta. And we see the loom from Maxy, which is super normal. I think the best thing xRAVINES can do here is try and bring in as many of these rhinos as quickly as possible. It is advantageous for xRAVINES that they grab their front rhino first, and that they only have 1 rhino on this side where Maxy chose to lame. But if this lame goes through without a hitch, having 4 rhinos to 2 rhinos is kind of insane start for Maxy resource-wise. What do you think?
Yeah. This is kind of a really, really difficult map. It highlights a lot of aggression. It is definitely a map where laming is something that happens more than other maps, just because of the distance to the opponent's player, how easy it is to find them, and how difficult it is to run into the opponent's town center. They have 3 balls, so there's a good amount of resources, and even if you lane someone, 4 balls to 2 balls is definitely a big advantage, but honestly, I prefer that over 3 balls to 1.
I just realized you could probably hear me coughing.
Yeah.
I mean, I realized too late Because I heard you pausing, because I muted myself on stream so that stream could hear you clearly.
And I heard you dying.
And I realized that you heard me just dying while trying to formulate a thought. I'm over here dying of asphyxiation, and Laura
But yeah,
like,
so
yeah, it's a progressive
water
map.
is still important. This map is sunburned. It is not dehydration, so drink water. It is healthy.
But, I mean, Ravine made a really good point here, and agreed with us. Rhino versus Deer is gonna hurt, especially against Maxy. We're gonna see Ravine does bring a Phil forward. Ravine loses his scout.
He was trading off a lot of HP earlier against Maxy's scout, and once again he's trying to play Maxy's game here with the laning.
That's the last thing you want to do, is try and play Maxy's game.
The thing is, this map is surprisingly safe. Because no matter how much military pressure the opponent does in feudal age, you can just walk to the other side of your town center.
That
and the
is
opponent has to
true.
walk all the way around with its military. So it is a map that actually rewards some fast castle play a little bit more than one would think.
It's a very unique map in that I think you feel more exposed than you really are. Would you agree with that?
Yeah. Like right now, he's going for the berries where the opponent's villages are. You could also go for the berries on the other side that are completely safe. You have options.
Right.
You have options.
Right.
And Maxy's doing the thing where he's going to hit your building. He's losing more resources doing this as long as you don't react to it.
True.
And looking at the resource getter, they are still kind of even. Now, okay, Raven just shot 200 resources up. Oh, I mean, yeah, both players have balls under their town center, so the villages are going to carry a lot of additional resources. And yes,
Ravine's
there
having
is
to go
rhinos in the
look
corners.
for-
He knows the map.
Yes, he's going to look. He sees the elephant. He's gonna have to kill the lion. Hopefully, it doesn't do too much damage to prevent us from luring back. But this is such good map knowledge from Ravine.
Yeah, no, honestly, I really like that. What I also wouldn't mind, like, there's additional deer patches on the map. You have a mule cart. It can be greedy to do that, but how many players are really scouting into the corners and finding when you sneak out a mule cart to get
Honestly,
some additional resources?
I didn't even think about that, but I'm gonna do that next time. Next time I play a mule cart civ. I don't know the last time I played a mule cart civ, but next time, I'm doing that.
And you can even get to some safe goals in the corners, like...
Oh, it's gonna be
This map,
close though.
People really fall short in scouting away
Oh
from
my
the central
goodness,
woodland.
Ravine is absolutely having to MLG Pro this to keep this Ville alive. Look at that.
Osh, that is kind of an awkward place for the elephant to die, but we are
Better than
taking
losing
a
the
good
Ville
amount
and
of
not
food.
getting the elephant though, for sure.
Yeah, better than not having access to those resources. And he's not really that close to clicking up. His amount of villagers actually indicates a fast castle. While Maxy went up with just 21 pop, is going for the normal fast feudal time, doesn't have the barracks yet, but does have the wood for the barracks, so should be able to afford his military buildings in time. The question is, where does he want to attack?
Oh
and
my
oh,
goodness.
nice, he went for the
Ravine
other
is
side to lure
Going
them.
to even up the rhino play, or the elephant play. By
At this
bringing
point,
in these far
de-aggro the
alleys.
elephant and take a healthy villager to lure to your town center.
Yeah, you've got the Villes there.
Oh, yeah, he's hitting the walls. Hitting the walls is never efficient with villagers.
He's been hitting the walls the whole time. So, for the fact that Maxy has 2 idle Villes, Ravine also has 2 idle Villes.
Yeah, I still didn't see those two villagers hitting there. I feel a bit hidden. But that is...
45 seconds still
that is
till
not a
feudal.
good trade-off. He's also not on gold. He clicked up, he's not on gold. He could play a fast castle, but that is not a setup for that.
Not surprised that we're going to see infantry here. It is what Dizzy did to me on map.
But it is
I
late.
am
It is
confused what
very
we're gonna
late, and
do
you
with
already know that you can't attack anything really on this side. Like, there's the mill. How many... You see the amount of enemy villagers on that mill.
Yeah.
This map is really awkward with feudal aggression.
Maxy's vills make it out safe. Are we gonna tower? I think he might tower with this.
Once again, a tower can be really nice here. That you hit the wood lines, but we are fighting a mule cart Civ. We are fighting the Civ that has the easiest time to just say, okay, I take the wood over there, it's fine.
Agreed.
So, this tower should gain 0 value.
Does Ravine not see it? Oh, okay, no.
I think Raven just looked at his resources and thought, oh wait, that is looking like fast castle. How much food do I have? Okay, I'm not going to make any military. I'm just investing into getting whatever buildings I need. What is he building in the, right now in the north? Is that a market? Ah no, that is okay. That is an archery range. Okay, archery range is good. Defensive. I hate the way it is placed. It should be protecting the gold. That's the one area that we really want to protect. Why are we going for a counter tower? Move the mule cart.
Walk away. Yeah.
Oh man.
I think this is force of habit, or maybe it is to make sure that Maxy isn't getting free pressure. Okay, the vills do walk over here. We just haven't moved the mule cart yet.
The tower is such a big investment.
That is my
If you wanted to, you could just go to the next stage, sell the stone and go up. Now you can't sell the stone anymore.
No, I like Ravine. I like what Ravine said. You gotta stick to your laurels when you can, and he said, that's my wood line.
My wood line. Okay. This has your smell all over it, I see.
And nobody is gonna take it, not even Maxy.
Okay.
He has less
Our tower war here. We even bring the man-at-arms to the tower for some reason, but yeah. He was there for morale. And still, it's kind of a situation where not much is happening right now. There's a tower war going on. There's no military on the other side of the map for either player. Though archers could be hitting hard. Figure 4. I just... Okay. What about building walls with your buildings? Defensive walls with your buildings? Because right now we are building the wall against the Mongol raiders to spawn on the right-hand side of the map later on.
I was thinking, like, what a weird way to put these, but my thought process was more, Ravine's thinking about what buildings he needs more than walling, because he is so, like, chaos-brained from all this going on.
That's the thing, it looks so calm right now, not much is happening, but in the player's mind there's always so much additional stuff going on. And for once, considering we have a normal economic setup, Maxy has a much better food setup. 14 on food? I would assume those are currently a lot of berry villages split over both berry patches that the players have access to. But still, 14 versus 8 on food is a much better setup. He also is floating a lot of wood, has the lumber camp upgrade. So it might be actually better set up for transition to the Castle Age. Probably will also abuse the market quite soon, considering all the gold on hand.
Yeah, I think Maxy's got it. I also think, again, Maxy struggles to keep food production. I don't know if that's just a lack of no numbers or if it's a lack of, like, skills.
And is this the first villager going down? First villager went down. The archers are using the additional area that was created by the lumberjacks and are running through without getting hit by a townsend, and it isn't even garrisoned. The audacity to just run through there. Now the archers are trapped within the villages and are just dying. They can't move out of there. They are trapped. Get another kill. So that's value.
By that choice.
It worked out. I am honestly two villager kills here. Archer. All the chaos. It's not just the villager kills. It's all the idle time you kind of forced that just now. That is actually big. And we are looking at resources that both players have gathered. 600 advantage for Raven.
Yeah, you're right.
Or Ravine, or I never thought about the pronunciation of his name. Now
I've tripped you up. Just say what your heart feels in the moment. Be true to yourself. Wheelbarrow coming in for Maxy now. Maxy with more gold than he could possibly use.
Villagers are going back onto stone, but the archers are sitting there. Yet there is some skirmishes at the ready to, well, stop the archers from coming in. The question is, who is going to Castle Age first? We have a stable for Raven. Once again, I am not a fan of adding those production buildings in Feudal Age if you want to use them for Castle Age. You're
Agreed.
investing too early into stuff you can't use yet. That is the stuff you build on your way up to the next age, because right now you don't plan to make scouts from it. Maybe you make one scout to fight the skirmishes, but I think that would already be on the way. Oh no, there it is. Still, you have the defensive tower, so you don't really think you need a scout to fight them off. There are too many decisions at once. Too many different decisions.
Well, this is something that I talk about a lot with, like, using up real-life resources. Because, yes, resources in the game matter, and value in the game matters, but people have a physical limit to how many actions and thoughts they can process. And so if you just constantly are making them look different places, constantly making them have new input, new decisions, new variables, then it does, to a certain extent, take away from the mental and physical resources of the actual person. Not just not just the video game resources.
I usually call this trading attention, because
I love
attention is one of the major resources you want to fight with.
Yes.
And quite often when I do attacks, my thought process is not only where do I attack, how do I attack. It's not only the APM of the opponent, but it's actually how can I make the opponent pay attention to the thing I want him to pay attention, so I can do another thing I want him to not see.
I love that. Archers on Ravine are going to be trying to take care of these forward Maxy bills that we're going to try and tower again. And it's going to be Castle Age for both players, and it's just 30 seconds
Maxy
faster for
first,
Maxy.
but that was the magic of the market.
Magic of the market.
While Raven was quite naturally going to there. Now, what are the plans here? We definitely see the plan for Maxy is a castle. Not sure I'm a fan of that. In recent tournament history, we know that one of the strongest units, because of balancing issues, is the Mcczech Hussar.
Oh? What did they change?
But that they made them a lot cheaper.
Oh.
So Mcczech Hussar currently is just a knight that you get a lot cheaper. And that's why I don't know if you know Phosphorus strategies, where you go to Castle Age super fast, build a castle, defensive castle, and then just make a unique unit. Mcczech Hussar is one of the strongest civs to do that. There are tournaments where Hera got clapped easily by that strategy.
Wow.
But the thing is, that usually builds on you having a super cheap to make knight against feudal units.
Sure, yeah.
The Mcczech Hussar loses a lot of strength once you have it against other Castle Age units without having a lead to mass it. So, I guess this is just a forward castle. We see that he's going into crossbows, he got the upgrades. And if he has the military there, with the villagers,
this could be
then
huge.
you can drop that castle into the face of the opponent, and I think you can take out your
Maxy, no. Maxy, why are you hesitating? Maxy, go in the hole, go in the hole, go in the hole.
There's the tower. He doesn't want to run into the tower, and he doesn't know that this is just being closed off. But is this a strike lateral? Oh, we are through.
Yes.
Nice move.
Go, Maxy! 10 out of 10. You know what? It's on the hill. We take those.
There's not
I'm
really
giving you
units here.
I'm giving you a 9 out of 10, Maxy, unless you win the game. Okay, if you win right here, Maxy, oh my gosh. I think Maxy loses here.
Is going up first.
Yeah, it's gonna go up first, and we don't have the military to be able to kill the Vills, and there was enough units, just enough units for Ravine. Oh my goodness.
What a move.
Wow, such good response time by Ravine. Literally frame one, sees the castle, drops your own, brings all the Vills, gets everything cleaned up by the knights. And this went from...
Fancy walling for the villager, but there's 2 archers there. It's a nice idea. You're showing off your walling in micro, but
Maxy, what insane walling. What insane quick walling, Maxy. 1 out of 10 game losing castle? True. If you lose a game because of a castle, it's
he says the reasons for castle. He could try another angle, but he lost villagers at home while all of this was going on. 18-3 is the KD. Just select those scouts, please, that are forward. I want to see how many kills those units got while we weren't paying attention, because... Yeah, because same as the players, our attention was somewhere else. Oh, I mean, just the scouts on the left-hand side. If you select them, it shows how many kills they have. Because I think this was the game-ending blow. The fact that this raid was happening in the meantime, they were getting so much value here.
They are up to 7 now, including 2 skirms. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. Between not getting the forward castle up and this, you're right. That really was the nail in the coffin. I just realized you got that. What we were talking about was these scouts right here. They've just been sitting here doinking for like 3-4 minutes.
Yeah, while all the castle shenanigans were happening, those scouts were sitting onto the gold. Like, 3 normal scouts just killing units there. And another thing to mention, I think people often forget that when playing a civ like Georgians, at least at not the top elos, is just adding the churches, and Raven instantly added churches in the center of his economy, getting that nice boost there. 2 of them, like, that is so nice. It's such a good setup that we have here.
Well, and not to mention, this castle is honestly a good defensive castle from Ravine, because now he literally has a tower and a castle here, and he only has to,
shuts down all pressure from this side.
Exactly.
On the other side, you have your 2 stables. That is where you are exerting the pressure. So you know there's no pressure ever coming to you. Yeah.
How many villas was it for the castle? I think it was like 5. 7.
7 villages. Yeah, that it is.
Just not enough.
If you think there's not much counter pressure for the castle, if you have the military advantage, yeah, then that's something you can do. But the numbers were just not there. I will be right back. But you just start the next one.
Okay, cool. Sounds good. Are on game 5. It's 2-2. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Game 5. What did Maxy say? What did Maxy say? Was it something bad? I hope not. Welcome to Game 5, ladies and gentlemen. It is currently 2-2. In the blue, on the Spanish, we have Maxy Mcczech. In the purple-pink, on the Japanese, we have xRAVINES. And we are on Glacius, or... Yeah, I'm gonna assume it's Glacius. I feel like there's no way it's Glacius or Glacis. Glacis? Oh, I'm adding more syllables. It's Glacis or Glacis? Gly School. Sorry, that's a Pokemon. Anyways, we've got Japanese versus Spanish here. It's a semi-closed but not fully closed map. You have some shorefish here that you can take in front of your base, and then most of the wood is in the middle here. Both players have plenty of gold and stone in their bases. I definitely think this could be a fast castle conch situation from Maxy. As we can see, Maxy is already out on this shorefish. Beautiful. Ravine potentially wanting to go for a hybrid build. Can you even dock this? Is this even dockable? I'm sorry. I was wrong. The score is 3-1, and I am wrong. And I am dumb. And it's been fixed. Thank you, Maxy. You can dock? Okay, cool.
Okay.
Gosh, these geese are loud. Here. Is that better? Genuinely?
Yeah, this map also has foxes, so it's good to turn it down.
Yeah. I turned it way down.
Okay, glasses. That is an interesting map. It made it into the team game map pool once, and it never was tested for the team game map pool, so it was still one of the few maps that was actually taken out of the rotation after 2 days.
Wow. What? That is so crazy.
It had horrible generations. Like, there was absolutely no balance on it.
It seems like a probably complicated map to script. At least
some players were completely walled in without any holes. Some didn't have any walls, were completely open. Some had an island that was like 5 tiles wide, but went over half the map. So all the resources were spread out over the area.
Oh my goodness.
It was horrible. But let's go back to this. 1-on-1. And I hate it. What is going on? Okay, we're Japanese. Yeah, I guess a mill. On this map, you usually go for dock.
That's what I thought, was we were going to see a Japanese dock. And when I saw the instant mill from Maxy, I was like, oh, interesting. We're going to see one player go for hybrid and one player go for straight land. And then I was wrong.
Yeah, you usually don't see that many fishing ships. Like, maybe...
But of all the civs, I figured Japanese would be the one.
It's mostly about the dock having really good surface area for the fish to be efficient. Like, just look at the mill. The mill is right next to 2 of the shorefish. And that's about it. Yes, you get all the chicken and whatever, but if you... Are all the chicken that did Maxy... How many chicken did Maxy kill? That is too much work. Yeah, it doesn't stop.
14?
Okay. 14.
Maxy killed 14 chickens.
Generally on this map you wouldn't even get any chicken, you just ignore that. Like, you had 1 dog in Dark Age, they next to all the shorefish. Send a lot of villages onto it, because if you don't send many, you expect a will fight. If you send a lot, you are safe against that. The thing is, a dock will keep you safe in the upcoming age. Because water military is actually quite nice on this map. Something that you generally see happen quite often here is someone sneak a dock onto the opponent's side and add a demo there to attack the villages.
Otter, I figured out what message got deleted and why, and also I realize now Maxy is trying to very slyly get away with using the numbers that I despise. So I appreciate you doing the Lord's work. Even though I'm Maxy's biggest fan, it doesn't matter how big of a fan of you I am. If you say 7 and also the number before it, I will eat my monitor. I don't know why. It sends me into a uncontrollable rage. Not actually. I just think it's ridiculous.
I'm just genuinely disappointed.
Maybe that's how I should feel. Maybe I should stop taking it as like an indictment of my like opinion of people and more just be like, come on, man.
Okay, but here we are. Now, with this map, you cannot close the gap in the front of your base.
Is it
because there's unwallable terrain around the walls. You cannot build anything next to your walls, so even shorter walls are not possible. So it really thrives with aggression. Japanese infantry love to see it against like the Spanish infantry. I mean, you get a little bit of gold for going infantry, but that's pretty much all you have here. So the moment the Japanese have the infantry upgrade, this is just a very dominant matchup. Still, Spanish have their merits on this map, and thinking back on how it was played during Red Bull Londinium, Leary actually tried to go for a fast castle conk play on this map.
That's what I thought we were going to see from Maxy. And those Japanese
Maxy
swordsmen
actually
get men-at-arms
likes
just
conks.
in time to clean up everything and not lose a single... Maxy likes conks?
Yeah. So it's something he plays sometimes. I've seen in tournament games.
I kind of like this
at home.
It's kind of unorthodox, but if you can kind of just wall in front of your river, even if you don't wall all the way both sides, your opponent has to walk all the way around and then come back all the way through here. It can give you enough time and vision, potentially. We'll see how it goes for him, though. Maxy adding more men-at-arms on the back. Gonna be adding archers, too. Makes sense.
Okay, Spanish archers. Yep, that is always a choice, but during feudal age they are perfectly fine. And xRAVEN is doing the smart thing. He's just saying the center of the base is going to get really annoying with fighting. I can just move my villagers to the side and be happy. If he just mills down a little bit further south, then the villages are not in any danger if there's no scouting.
Oh man, Ghost hates conks? I didn't know that. This is valuable information. No dock is a shambles. Shake my head, my head.
Yeah. No dock is just really bad here. The thing is, you were talking about securing the front of your base.
Yep.
Nothing secures the front of your base better than having like 2 or 3 military ships.
Sure.
They eat every land unit.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
They are mobile. On top of that, if you get maybe 2 or 3 military ships on your opponent's water, where they have all their fish economy with the villages, you shut that down so easily.
Oh yeah. Honestly, what if Maxy docked the forward?
Yeah, that is a
Is that what you meant? I was
usually
thinking
expect on
Ravine
this
for
map.
defensively, but you meant offensively. I apologize.
Both.
Oh.
You defensively, because you start with your villager. Instead of making that many mills, you make docks.
Oh, Maxy has a dock.
Yeah, but that was late. You usually open with that.
Maxy waited to say something until he had the dock.
Excuse me, I have dog. And you're also running into an opponent's town center. Let's focus a little bit more on that. What was your choice there? Why did you do that? It happens. Units are not on stand ground, and Maxy is actually in a nice position on the map, but not with the economy.
That's what I was literally about to point out, was the 6-vil difference right now in favor of Ravine.
It is big, but neither player has wood upgrades.
Yes, I did see that you lost 3 vils, Maxy. I wasn't sure if that was during the OG like infantry fight or not.
Oh no, that happened just now. When you were looking at the dock, there were 3 men at arms engaging the villages.
I see.
And they probably got some kills while we looked away.
What? Okay.
I guess that fish is now safe, but
somebody called the fellowship because we got 2 towers. Archer's gonna be defending still. I think Maxy can go. I was gonna say he can go heavy in skirms. He already has.
He can go heavier into sending villagers onto the shore, onto the fish if he has a map like that.
That is true. He has map control right now and should be using it to get as much of that shore fish as possible.
And if you like the really unnecessary micro that gets you just slightly ahead, have one villager go for the foxes.
I saw somebody say something about that in chat about you can't drop off chickens at a dock without like incessant micro.
Yeah, usually you just ignore the chicken on this map.
I feel like the only reason
you
want
add
it
like
is if
1
you were
mil
playing, like,
because you need a
Mongols
mil.
or Goths or something. But even then, is hunt better than fish?
That's usually not what you play on this map. Like, usually what you would play this map for, and that is the strongest stuff that's going on is usually ranged units if you want to go for feudal control. Skirmisher civilizations are really strong here, like Koreans are really at the top.
More towers for Ravine, and Biscuit said Ravine's in love with the towers, addicted to the towers. I think part of it is just that Ravine keeps losing units to Maxy's military here, and knows that Maxy won't let up the pressure if we don't have some way to defend from it.
Yeah, but I like the towers. Towers are one of the best units to free up your mind. One of the best defensive things you can do.
Menarum's gonna be cleaned up here right as they take out one tower, but that's the thing, there's 2 more towers.
That is the thing. Then now we don't have the men-at-arms to take them out anymore.
Exactly. Another tower behind, and
Raven has 600 gold? Ooh, no wood. The economy balance is kind of in shambles currently.
No market, that's why.
The market is missing, otherwise we could balance that out. We need a lot more wood, but a lot of villages have been idle just now, sitting in their towers, adding some arrows to the fire. In the meantime, Maxy found out that there are actually boars on this map in your main base. Might forget that one villager, he's just walking his boar. Oh, now we noticed.
Oh, thank goodness. I thought that was about to be a catastrophe for a second. That was about to be a clip. Like, takes boar at 22 minutes, still loses bill to boar. Me core, honestly. Self-flaming, very nice, yeah. Maxy the king of lame can't take his own res. Having military would be good? That's what you think, Otter.
Military would be good, but I think with all the defensive towers, Raven is in a position where it doesn't hurt that much to not have the control here. We just need to click up. That needs to be the priority here, and I think he is building the market currently, but so is Maxy? Oh no, that is blacksmith? But still, he will have the resource to click up.
Yeah, he's got the res for castle, he just has no wood to do anything with it.
But he needs a unit to go into. That is the thing we're really lacking here. Yeah, I guess currently we're just waiting for the next stage to really see.
Here we go. Okay, so I think it's gonna be a castle drop.
I mean, obviously, conquistadors.
Right.
That is the choice.
It's gonna all come down to...
The Spanish have their plan kinda set, but what do the Japanese have? We have good cavalry archers we can go into, well, maybe we just play for skirmishers. They have great monks to counter conks, but those are generally the options. Now, usually if the opponent is going for like conk cars like that, you want to have map control yourself, so they are not placing it in your face, and that is kind of a scary thing that can happen here. Spanish castle in your face, the Spanish player will win that race. That castle is going up if it is supposed to happen.
Actually, he's clearing the spot for his castle right now. This is where that castle is going, right here.
The military is there to protect the area. It is Spanish villages, so all we need is to send them forward. They should be walking already if he wants to place that castle.
There's that forward dock we were talking about. Here's the bills. Here's the military. Or, no, I thought I saw the...
Yeah, it doesn't look like a forward castle then. This whole military
There's still time. And can dream.
Yeah, there's time, obviously, but it is just late. The thing about high-level Age of Empires, and that should be clear for 1700, 1800 players, is the timings. When you hit Castle Age, the Castle Foundation must be placed. Yeah. There is no delay is excusable here. You are losing the time. You are...
That's true.
Not gaining anything from delaying it.
And Huggy makes a really good point of why build 2 towers and then walk away from them?
Yeah, he could have garrisoned the villagers in both of them and the man-at-arms die.
I think he just was more afraid of the man-at-arms.
Yeah, Maxy, I basically decision making.
Yeah.
Like, blaming just doesn't. Yeah.
I feel like when you are in a situation like this, normal decision making goes out.
I hate it.
I think I would have liked a second TC in here. I think I would have liked a third TC, like out here. Maybe stone that you could have a little not control yourself. Maybe get your own castle up in the front of your base.
That is such a horrible castle from Maxy there. You have the military all over the opponent's base. Like, what are you planning to secure in long term? You even had the H-up advantage for a few seconds. That castle could have gone up on the opponent's town center, inside of the opponent's base, and would have been really devastating. Now, Kongs will still be devastating and strong, but it is still a very different game state from what it should have been.
Actually, I'm disappointed. For shame, Maxy. Actually, you've got a forward dock. You can build a forward dock, you can build a forward castle.
You know the opponent has no military units on the field, because you've been running around his base the whole time with a big Mars and not seen anything.
Huggy says I
secure relic. Yeah. Good that you secure the relic with the castle. That would have been really bad. That is immovable landmark.
For the pick-upable and movable small little relic, yeah. Bodkin coming in for Ravine when we're making men-at-arms. It's for the towers, of course.
Yeah, we're making men-at-arms because, well, it can clear the army that is currently on the field. But Kongs? Oof.
We're gonna have Conch Siege coming soon. There's that castle I was talking about that we needed, but I think you can probably still fit through here. Meaning if the Conch Siege just run
it
by...
would need to be in the location of the houses if you want
exactly.
to...
It needs to really plug the hole. It needs to really just fill it up, take up the space. Make sure you're like really stretching out the range, getting the full sort of the full spectrum of what is possible.
Oh, but Maxy is saying, let him build the castle. I'm not going to stop this. I'm just parking all my Kongs here. I'm just waiting for it to go off.
He literally just didn't see it. It was literally
I think even if he would have seen it, he wouldn't have reacted, because you don't park your Kongs like that and wait. You want to run in, so his attention was completely somewhere else at this point. And his food economy is not really working well enough to keep up production. Kongs are not... It's either a Kong production or villager production that is not up to par, but yeah, 13 on food, 15 on food now is not enough.
Agreed. What happened to our fish?
In the meantime, I mean, Raven is also not producing any villages. And is making Samurai. Samurai, they have a good bonus damage against Conquistadors.
Problem is gonna be...
They're never going to touch them.
I was gonna say, the problem's the micro. Gonna be Conks and Rams.
Wants to go for a ram push. The thing is, you can just ignore the castle. I hope this is not intended to go for the castle, this ram push. You can just push through the wall anywhere you want anyways, of the opponent's walls.
What is BA? Dragon Ball...
Double bit X?
Oh yeah, 100%. Huggy's giving Maxy grief for not getting double bit X before getting horse collar. But again, what are we doing? We have so much fish.
Yeah, you're honestly right, it's Dragon Ball Bridge.
Guard tower in for...
Guard tower is nice if you get ballistics onto those bad boys. They are definitely very scary for raiding Kongs, but the Rams are maybe going to be the issue. And this is the amount of Rams that you make to push a castle. I still think it's overkill. You don't need to care for the castle at all. You can just run around it and go for the town centers with Kong support.
Agreed. You should just run right through this hole. Look, it's just now getting walled. We've had how many units that we could have gone in with. Maxy, I've never known you one to have self-control.
Well, he has 2 town centers. They are kind of taking all his attention.
Honestly, why are the Rams sitting here? Yeah, I don't know.
He needs numbers. Without numbers, the castle is never going to get pushed. But with numbers, the castle is only getting pushed if the Kongs are getting to push spot. Because Samurai are going to take out those Rams so fast. The castle needs to focus the Kongs, or the Samurai need to focus the Kongs. The Rams.
Bill's repairing, Bill's killing Rams.
It is
gone.
getting tight. There need to be more Samurai onto the map. That is
if one more of these Rams goes down, though. Oh no, it's safe, it's safe, it's safe.
That is so close.
It's safe! Oh my goodness!
My God.
Wow, really well played by Ravine there.
Ooh,
Such a good hold.
Close.
That was literally, I think, single digits hold from Ravine. 10 HP is the lowest that it got according to Otter. Holy cow! That is so frame perfect of a defense from Ravine. And I was like, why are the Rams sitting here? That's why!
Yeah, but now Maxy is showing what he should have done beforehand. Just ignore the castle, run past it.
Right.
He's done it earlier with Kongs, now he's doing it again. And Rams can do it too.
I mean, heck, you can ram all
besieging a
this
castle in
down,
Castle
you can
Age is
ram
so
all this
tough.
down, and then just come over here, yeah.
Yeah, like, the Samurai cannot defend on open field. They need the castle for defense. Otherwise, the Kongs are just going to eat up.
Agreed.
Now the Samurai are actually finding value killing some others forward villages. No, that.
Longsword.
Why are there longsword? Why do
I
we
think
take
they're
them to
leftover.
longsword? Oh, I missed that he clicked longsword at all then earlier.
Yeah, he had a
Huge.
couple minute arms left. And we're not kiting whatsoever. We're looking somewhere else. The Japanese are gonna just cut right through there like paper.
There are demos in the dock. So all demos are coming out. And 2 samurai are going down.
One for each demo.
Not that big of value. But yeah, we still have the Kongs. The relic is in. Good that we secured it with the castle.
Imperial Age might help here, but my thing is, even if Maxy makes Trebs, because of where he put his castle, it's gonna be hard to get, like, you're gonna want to Treb this castle from, like, this position, or, like, this position, honestly.
It is going to be awkward to push uphill, but he is in a position where it shouldn't be an issue. Like, if he has, like, 10 Kongs, or like 8 Kongs with the ones that are in the queue currently, there still aren't any units that contest the Kongs, so the traps can just fire freely onto the castle, even if they don't deal that much damage.
The big issue, I think, is just due to the fact that if the samurai do come, you're gonna micro back with the conks, and then the samurai can take out the trebs, but then you're trading the samurai.
You're getting so much value there.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have some conk numbers, then the samurai will never trade nicely, but Raven actually managed to go up to the next stage.
Ravine has clicked imp. Maxy's an imp. Maxy's got 2 trebs on the way. The dock died. Whoa! Look me in my eyes and tell me what this dock was doing.
He's making more longswords. Those were not leftover longswords. He's making more of them, because apparently Castle Age longswords is our solution to samurai.
It might just be Maxy is already teched into it with the armor and the attack, and he's like, I need something in front of the conks.
Feudal Age armor, feudal attack, you don't need anything in front of the conks like that. Like, okay, against skirmishers, yes, you want something in front, but at that point you also... Wouldn't you rather prefer to go for some knights, some cavalier?
Maxy, imagine if you weren't afraid here. Imagine if you were brave, and you, like, you came forward. And you built your castle here, or you, like, tread down this wall and you corner build the castle here, or, like, I don't know, anything, really. You've got trebs and castle. Like,
I mean, Otto is right. The most beautiful play would be to go for chemistry and add some cannon galleons into the.
That would be fun. I agree. That would be a lot of fun. Spanish cannon galleons? That would be so fun. I just don't think Maxy was ever gonna go there.
But yeah, now the traps are even. They are so safe. Traveling uphill. There should be defensive traps coming out for Raven once he hits the next age, but he's going to run low in stone.
Because of the number of trebs, if Ravine brings more bills to repair, he might just end up draining himself of stone, rather than doing anything productive. Yeah, exactly.
At that point, you need to delete like a wall on the side and sneak out villages.
Yes, yes. But I mean, we got conks over there. You could probably sneak something down here, but you're so close to Maxy.
He needs his own defensive trebuchets he needs to hold, but we are fighting against a civilization that gets bombard cannons, really good bombard cannons. Even if the opponent is not taking into chemistry to get them, which would be the thing you should kind of go for in early Imperial Age, it is something you have to be afraid of. So a trap war is very inconvenient. But you have the little advantage if it's just a trap war.
It's not just a trap war though, because we've got a capped ram with two-handed swords here too.
200 swords fighting against the samurai. We do have castle age defense in now. So
and it's gonna be a slam dunk for Maxy.
Is down with that. Maxy should be free to push into the base here. Raven doesn't really have the military to hold this long term. Now the two castles can just focus on producing more kongs while all the siege is going to take out the important buildings. The town center is going down. With that town center, the major part of Raven's farming economy will also be lost. And that will just snowball the current advantage here. I don't think this match will go on for that much longer. Maxy's also expanding towards the south, so he would be able to see if any opponent's expansions would try to sneak out any direction.
Crossbow just came in for Ravine. Iron casting finally coming in for Maxy.
Managed to squeeze out quite a few two-handed swordmen. This is going to clear the siege. That should not happen. We are going to lose a lot of siege here, but the Kongs are going to eat up all the two-handed swordsmen.
This is so much res you're losing in trebs though, Maxy. That was so much res you just lost there.
Now the big question is, how much does Raven have left in his base? We see like 4 tiles of gold, so that's still a decent amount if we stay on skirms and infantry.
He does have this down here. Snipes the treb.
No, we're going for crossbow. Crossbow is not what we want. We want to stay on the skirmisher because the Conquistador are the major issue here.
Agreed. Skirms are the right choice.
And Bracer never came in. Raven never got Bracer.
Oh no.
So that matters.
That might explain why Ravine may have switched from skirms, because he felt like they were weak and then realized he was down an attack and a range. And the range is actually the more important thing.
Yeah, now he's getting squeezed into this tiny area. The trebuchets are coming forward. They're going to take care of the towers. With the towers gone, the Kongs will have more area to reign over.
Problem is, even though this castle will go up, it's really just here to defend this gold. And the second the trebs see it, it's getting targeted.
Yes, yes. That castle will not hold for long. There's also no more stone to repair it. And do you want to spend your gold on buying stone to repair a castle? That is not how you're going to survive in this situation.
Maxy, these are the most timid castles I've ever seen out of anyone ever. How are you secure enough in yourself to send one of your 3 starting bills forward and click loom, but not confident enough to walk 7 bills 10 tiles further? to build a castle.
Just that's great. Okay. Okay, I mean,
He skirms for Maxy as well, though. And it's going to be a numbers game, but Maxy just has all the res on the map. That's the thing. He has control of
Maxy
everything.
has all the rest on the map, has a decent economy of 109 villages behind that. Raven's still on 95 villages, so that's actually quite nice, even though he lost 37 during the run of this game. He is in a decent economic spot, but doesn't have the answers in military and is calling it here before his castle is going down.
And that's another one for Maxy. I think this was really well played by Maxy. It was a little unorthodox from what I felt like was going to happen on this map. And I also got to learn a lot of things about this as we were going through. But I think the big key points to note are the imp time for Maxy. And where Vil kills. Oh, right. This 37-4 eco KD. That's what I was looking for. What are your notes, Lorhe?
Like, the big difference for me was the approach here. Even though Maxy is known for very timid castles, the other player was a little bit more passive in that aspect. Instead of going for military to match the opponent's aggression, we went for a lot of towers to defend, which works to slow down the game, but we never got into a situation where we got the military on the field to take back anything. So everything Maxy got under his claws, he kept.
Exactly.
And towers are a nice solution to reduce the aggression, but you need some military to get back out there.
Alrighty. Well, let's see if Maxy can adapt here in Game 6. Ooh, sorry, stretching. Big stretch, big stretch. Okay.
It is alongside.
And go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Game 6 of this Specialist Cup final. We are on the Continental map pool in the Chieftains Elo bracket. We have Maxy Mcczech in the blue, playing the Persians. Ravine X on the Tatars, in the purple and the pink. And Tatars are so meta on this map. I remember when I first saw slopes and everybody was like, oh, Tatars busted. And then we saw some very silly things happen on this map back in the day. But now I think people are way more familiar with this map. I think it's like the closest thing to a standard map most like tourneys will use nowadays. Or sorry, for standard map, what I mean is like closest thing to Arabia. The biggest difference is the slopes can come into play at any point in the game because you're never far from a slope to take a fight on it. What are the chances of a douche? Are they low? I think they're low. Even though it's Maxy.
With Maxy, they are never zero, and I've also seen him douche in later ages of the game with Persians before. Even in Castle Age, I saw him delete his TC to build another one.
Interesting.
So it might be an option.
Wonder.
Otherwise, civilization-wise, I love both civilizations here for meta play. They are both really, really good. Raven had a nice reaction in the early game to go for his boss, send the villager out early to get that one. Now the one in the back, you know what is happening. This is nothing new to you. You see the villager slowly circling around.
Oh!
You cannot lose the ball here. Okay, Maxy pulled away too fast.
Oh,
now
goodness.
You can save your scout. Do not lose your scout. You have no right to lose it. Nice. And we're in the safe spot.
But that
and
is
in the
going
same
to cost
time,
us a little
Raven,
bit of decay.
You're a little bit decay, yeah, but decay is better than losing it.
100%. Agreed.
And at the same
Idle
time, Raven also start a game by going out onto the map and getting some of those additional cows. Ooh, that was a nice wall-off.
Really
Shots
nice
onto the
block
villager.
off.
This forward villager is dead. And the forward scout should also die. While the own scout survives with that HP.
Can we?
Great position for Raven now.
One thing we used to always talk about on this map
economy.
is how wallable each player's gen is. And all I want to say is Maxy's gen is wide open compared to Ravine, who literally has like this wall is sufficient right now, and then he just walls this.
The gold is the only awkward thing for him.
Yeah,
right now.
really, honestly.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, easy wall here, you've got so much space, you've got a whole wall on this side. Interested to see if it plays any effect.
Considering how Maxy has been walling in the last few games, I don't think an easy to wall base would make much of a difference.
Agreed. I also think that if it's going to be a douche, it doesn't matter.
Oh, where's the villager going? Did he find a third ball? He might have found a third ball in the corner. Yeah, there it is.
Yep.
This map sometimes has for each player like a third and fourth ball in the corners. I think Maxy's ball is all the way to the right, still on the green. Yeah. And yeah, there's one in the left in the valley. So if you know that, and if you send your scout out there, that is so much additional value. On top of that, Raven is the only one who still has his scout, which is insane on this map, because one of the features of this map is...
Yes.
Yeah, it resembles game 1.
Same thing.
Is true.
It's the same principle, though. One of you has a scout, and there's tons of herdables. Yes.
And especially as Tatars, you want them. You picked your Civ around that idea. You picked your Civ around the idea of additional herdables, around it being a carry archer strong Civ map, because it is so open, and about having a hill access everywhere. Tatars are such a great pick, as you mentioned earlier.
I love it.
This is a really good spot for him. But you mentioned something else earlier that might happen.
Oh yeah. No! Yes!
Just react correctly, Raven.
Yeah.
This is not scary.
Just
click to cut, click up.
Click feudal.
Move your economy to a safe space and build a lumber camp in a safe area.
Oh, we do.
Right now, the TC is in a really good spot because it also hits the lumber camp.
Yes.
And I think Maxy likes to go for the Mcczech push, where you try to get the opponent off wood.
Interesting. I like it.
No need to repair. Don't waste wood on that. Yeah, okay. Okay. Raven has no idea how douche works, I think. Why are the villagers inside of the town center?
He doesn't know.
Send them out, get them working, and just win the game for free. Oh my god, I can't watch this. How do we play like this against the douche?
There's nothing worse than like having something like this happen and everyone being like, oh, it's obvious, this is how you respond to it, and then like never having to deal with it before.
Your town center doesn't matter. You will get feudal age easily. All you do is add a barracks, add a range once you are up, and then get archers onto the map, and you won the game. That's all you do here. You sneak some villagers out onto the map, like you can do that behind your wood line. There is a tile open. So you are not trapped here unless you let Maxy trap you, but that is your choice. If you do not have any gold access and are getting trapped here without any gold, that is not even open.
Yeah, I know, that's why I was looking at it.
I can't watch this. That's just...
It's like...
The douche is so easy to fight. You just ignore it. You have 10 villages that could have gathered resources. You could have been ahead by like 500 additional resources at least.
So perfect. It's so perfect. And Maxy is still taking a boar. Hey Bloodman, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Enjoy the chat. I hope you're having a good day, brother. I don't mind the initial repairs.
The initial repairs, enough repairs to get to feudal.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the only thing you will need. Now you are just losing resources. He cannot afford a barracks. He would have a barracks and a range units on the field that stop anything a Dark Age player can do. Now he's trapped without any gold access.
So I was talking about how easy it would be for Ravine to wall this map, and conversely, it's becoming very easy for Maxy to wall in Ravine. Oh my goodness. Ravine's gonna have one
the thing is,
bill
you
on
can't
the
even get
outside.
surprised by this because you're the one player who still has a scout on the map.
That's so true. Where is the scout? It's just chilling.
It's just, it's still looking for cows. Maybe we can send cows.
I love because Maxy's even like making 2 tiers of walls so that like you can't like. It's so silly, but also so.
The thing is, what are you repairing for? What? At this point, you have to ask yourself, what do I gain by keeping my town center alive?
Well, my other thought is like, it doesn't matter if your TC's alive if you can't produce fills and our TC's idle. That's like, that's what Maxy wants, you know?
Yeah,
Oh, another bill goes down to the TC.
The one thing he still could have done to save this is place his TC on the palisade walls and shoot it open.
True.
Like that's his way to escape, to get a space.
Guarantee
now
you have
all
a
he has
way
is
out.
wood. That's it.
Yep.
I mean, he has food if he gets the berries and the cows, but this is, honestly, this is how I play when I give up the game. And
Is he
don't
gonna
want to surrender it.
re-douche? Or is he trying to vil fight?
Will
He was
fight.
trying to will
If you
fight.
douche, you go for a will fight. If you, the opponent doesn't have a town center anymore. You
Right.
will have more villagers because you didn't click up to the next age. So all you have to do is will fight. You will always have more villages on the map than your opponent as the Persian player here.
What a beautiful game.
I can feel it. I am very, very frustrated watching.
The duality of man. This is art, and put him in jail right now.
Like we are at a level where people know how to handle douches. I think even if you have never been douched, you have heard the theory.
I
and
did
the
kind of
theory
forget
is,
this
it's
was
simple.
1800,
Don't
Elo.
fight it.
I forgot this was 1800, and I was like, maybe Ravine's never seen a douche before. I feel like
I've seen
Ravine's seen
so
a
many
douche.
people douche at 1100 and know and the opponent knows how to fight it. It's
What do you mean
there's
it's not
enough videos
1800?
about it that most people have heard it.
Maxy, what do you mean it's not 1800? You can't say it's not 1800 when there's an 1800 under your name right there. I know numbers. And now Ravine actually has even more vills inside his TC, but I'm pretty sure arrows top out at 10, right? So that 11th vill's just
10
idle.
villages is what you want, but that doesn't matter. Your opponent has a TC that has twice your TC HP. You will never win the fight. It is impossible. It is not worth the investment. Oh my. I thought after the failed lane, yeah, this was a safe win for him, the way the game was set up and everything. It was looking so nice. The civilization, I just prefer the Tatars here over the Persians. But it
doesn't matter if you can't ever get to a point where you can do something as Tatars, right? If you can't play the game. I'm kind of glad it was a douche. I was worried that it was becoming a dying art.
No, I definitely wouldn't call it that. It's just not tournament safe because usually players that play tournaments know
How to respond to it.
those basic strategies. Yeah.
Fair. I'm gonna say it now. I feel like Maxy takes this and we're gonna go to game 7. But going to game 7 because of a douche is even crazier than normally going to game 7.
It is. Oh, I did not expect this. When you said it's a douche, I thought, yeah, the douche can happen, but I mean, Raven will know how to play against the douche, so I don't see it as a viable strategy. Now, my opinion on that has changed.
The thing is if at any point Maxy like messes up or loses a bunch of ills or something, he loses, but he hasn't.
That's impossible from this point.
Oh yeah, we're out of res.
He has twice the economy, and the economy is all the military on the map. Raven has no place to go. The feudal advantage is just non-existent. Maxy can even click up to feudal age in a second.
TV Moon, thank you for the follow. For the chat. And yeah, Maxy clicking feudal is it's feudal into GG here, I think.
Does he want to wall him in?
Wasn't there a there was a Vil out here, I thought.
One villager was on the outside at some point.
I guess it got
don't know
killed.
where she went. Oh no, I think he was in Maxy's TC. It's like there's some walls on the outside of his second, where the second TC
Yeah,
was.
that's where I saw the Vil originally.
But I guess she died. Maybe ran into wolves or whatever.
I was thinking it would be funny if we're being like one Vil TC'd on the outside or something. But I think they've seen the end.
Yeah.
There's no escape. Maxy just says wrecked. The classic Maxy. Blind casters. Who's blind? Why am I blind? I hate this kind of shenanigans. I think that's fair. Everything about
fun games.
I was gonna say everything about the Persian douche sort of betrays the idea of Age of Empires, like on a fundamental idea, which is like build up, have a big fight, push and pull, ebb and flow, land control, information war. And it just turns it into...
goes into the same category as the phosphorus strategies.
Exactly, yeah. It's a completely different way of playing the game, and you have to respond to it differently.
It is just not fun to play, because you are playing at different stages in the game, both players, and if one knows the correct answer to the other one, then it's just over without...
Exactly.
Yeah, it's...
One Vil. One Vil is all it takes. Quick while in your fake. Are you gonna make another TC? I believe.
In situations like this, I think it's completely fair to do that. I love being toxic to people that don't play in a fun ways.
And the win goes over to Maxy, taking us to game 7. No notes from me. I think you outlined pretty well what to do.
Frustrated.
Yeah, yeah, understandably so.
This is like I don't know how well some players are adjusted to the game and all its aspects. Because there can be players at decent elo who only try to play their style and ignore other styles and avoid them. I don't know how much you are adjusted to all the different styles, Raven, or how long you have been playing Age of Empires from your history, because usually I expect when you grinded yourself to 1800, I don't know if you're in a few hundred games in or a few thousand, because it's so mixed.
Yeah.
If you're the latter, I would expect you have seen enough douches, have seen enough content about douches that you know just how to react there. Yeah. He seems to be really good in open map gameplay.
Makes
but
sense.
the non-standard stuff throws people off when that is just not their style that they're used to.
Okay, so I think it just was a really good execution on Maxy's part, and like really no way for Ravine. I don't think there was any way for Ravine to prevent that, minus not responding out like immediately. You know what I mean? Like ignoring it, getting the resources, keeping producing Vils, getting up, all that kind of stuff, getting out of the base, you know.
I tend to like to be quite paranoid against Persians and just wall early.
Fair.
If you send like after the second ball villager to wall, at this point you will have some palisades up and the town center cannot get in range before they have to hit through existing palisades already.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about game 7 here. We are on Brownwood, which is a map I'm not familiar with, but I'm going to assume you can only build 3x3 building this elevation. Build a lumber camp here, but you can build like this elevation.
I mean, the elevation works like every elevation. The only thing you cannot build there is town centers. Town centers are the only building that really cares on what kind of elevation it is being built.
Oh, okay.
As long as the slopes do not have different angles. I think if it's like
if it was like
some
here,
certain angles
where it was
that are
over
weird,
both sides.
It can be weird there, yeah. But on this map, at least at high level, when you place castles, you generally place them as close to those trees as possible. They go onto the slopes to get the hill advantage. So that works. That is usually how you place castles here.
Okay.
It will just be difficult to secure those wood lines with any town centers.
Yes.
Now, Crownwood, it has been introduced with the recent Red Bull Volo Londinium. So once again, this is a map that was initially designed for some feudal all-in shenanigans, as they are standard in Red Bull kind of gameplay.
Sure.
And it feels like a very open map, but people had learned to wall this kind of map quite fast, because you can wall from the wood lines to the edge.
Last map was slopes, Otter. Just FYI.
The last map was outcrop.
Sorry, outcrop. I said, is slopes? What is slopes? Oh, I remember what slopes is.
Yeah. So slopes is map with 2 slopes.
Yeah. So tell me real quick, Khitans. I'm unfamiliar.
Khitans are one of the newer civs, not the last DLCs, but the 3 Kingdom DLCs, but one of the non-3 Kingdom civilizations. They are a cavalry civilizations. They do not get farms, they get pastures instead. Pastures are 3x3 fields, and you can have 2 villages on each of them, so they are nicely efficient. They do not require drop-off building. They actually have their own drop-off building in the center.
Oh.
So they are very efficient.
Wow.
And one of the major features most people play into with the civilization is going for the scouts and going for the early attack upgrade, because the attack upgrade counts twice. That means you get +2 attack in Feudal Age, and if you get it in Counter Age, you get up to +4 already, which is a big power spike, but the civilization falls off after that. They do not have a very strong late game.
Got it. So, probably strong on an all-in feudal map like this.
Yes. They also have some nice rounded out bonuses, like there's skirmishers and spearmen and scouts train faster. So you open with scouts that you get on the map faster, that have better attack with your upgrade.
Yeah.
And then you can add spears and skirms quite fast, depending on what your opponent plays to counter you.
Oh wait, these guys are the ones with the Roman bonus, but for attack. Got it.
Exactly. It's a Roman infantry armor bonus, but for attack.
Yeah. Oh, okay. That explains it. Yeah, no, this would be a good... This is a good men-at-arms civ. It's a good crash civ. It's a good...
Well, men-at-arms is... I mean, yeah, you can play it, but it's not that good, because attack on men-at-arms is not a thing they are lacking. Generally, they prefer to be a little bit more survivable, but... yeah, with scouts it's different, because scouts already have the full survivability with their mobility. There's no unit that can keep up with them. So adding 2 attack to them is huge.
I see. No, that makes a lot of sense. Otter, did you actually miss the whole last game? Because it was a banger.
It depends on your perspective. Do you know how to counter douche? Then it was very frustrating.
And we are seeing some good walling from Ravine here. This is Game 7 vibes. You know what I mean? It's the finals. It's Game 7. It's 3-3. Both players are going to have to play perfectly. And Ravine, understanding from last game that we need to wall against Maxy early, is going to be able to get up all these walls, potentially get it full walled or at least half walled.
Yeah, I mean, the wall to the north is a little bit overkill. From your TC to the edge of the map, you secure gold, you secure a lot of wood lines, and you have a really nice base. But this map lends itself to feudal aggression. And yeah, should be interesting what this is going into. Now we've been talking about the Khitans the whole time. We haven't looked at the Saracens, what they have to offer. With the Khitans being a cavalry-centered civilization, it is actually quite nice to have something that is an anti-cavalry civilization. So in Castle Age, we definitely have our camels that are really good against what the Khitans can field. But until then, I guess we have archers. We have quite a few villages going forward. I guess that is some towers. Yeah, we are on stone. We built a mining camp on stone. So 4 towers with 5 villages. 5 villages is still a little bit overkill.
Also really late.
Not really late. He's not fuel yet. But the uptime definitely is not good for.
Sorry, I mean like our feudal is late compared to when our villas are getting.
Yeah.
So, does each of the farm upgrades for the pastures just add an extra animal per refresh? Is that what it does?
Yeah, kinda like that. I honestly don't know how exactly it works. So
Okay.
I just get it and act like it's like farms at this point.
I love
The
it.
big thing is it costs 100 wood. You can put 2 villages on it, and it nicely aligns with the town center. Oh, it's not 3x3, it's 4x4. With the size, yeah. So it's a fun building to use. It's just the Khitan tech tree is not really that fun to use.
I see.
Now this is late. The barracks just now going up, where the stable should be built. This should start building the moment we had feudal age. That is not a good build by Raven here, and the barracks is not getting finished. Ooh, that is not looking good here. We're also going for a defensive tower that we kinda don't need at all. At this point, it's super easy to wall off that the opponent tower doesn't get more control, because I think that barracks should touch the wood. And if it touches the wood, you can just block off towards the palisades, and the opponent's never getting in.
Yeah, I
Quite an
think this is
overreaction
definitely an
here.
overreaction, but I think Ravine is also going to go for, like, towers, you know? Ravine went
Once
for
again,
walls,
once
and
again,
now Ravine's
defensive
going to go for towers.
I do not like the gameplay right now. I'll be honest, where I wanted to see a build into a fast
Scouts.
scout opening.
It's hilarious that, with all this happening,
Yeah.
neither players is are aware. They're blissfully ignorant of the fact that there's a wide open fast lane over here.
No one is using that hole, then it is walled, but someone clicked to the inside of the opponent's base, it
Let's
looks
see,
like. Oh
let's
no,
see.
or just clicked over here.
Close. This could
Okay,
be
he's
huge.
going to find it.
This could be huge.
You will see the hole. The issue is it's very far away, and Maxy doesn't have the units to go in there. Oh, and
Okay, and we
Raven
see
also noticed.
And it's gonna be a
he's rushing
stone
stone
wall.
walls down like there's a war
Oh.
army coming. Oh, that
Man.
is an overreaction.
Where are the?
We have a lot of pastures,
There
but
they
we
are.
haven't added the stable yet.
Yeah, so I thought it was
I'm
stone
not
for
seeing the game plan.
towers. It is not stone for towers. It's just stone for stone wall.
Fletching is coming in for Maxi, so the range was built forward, but it hasn't produced anything yet.
But look how
we are going
open
for
Maxy gets to
Spearman.
play just because he knows that Ravine's not responding. He's hard walling. So Maxy's like, oh,
Yeah, I mean,
you must have nothing. You know?
Yeah, Maxi doesn't assume he has nothing. You should always assume that your opponent has scouts on this map at this stage, and that's what Maxi does. He's added spears at home. He's done some small walls because you expect the Khitan scouts to hit you any moment now. And if it takes that long for them to come, then there must be a lot
Probably
of
gonna be a
them.
lot of them. That's true. That's true. I didn't think about it that way.
But now he's forced him off the second wood line. We can just move to one of the small wood lines. It's fine to use them. I'm not sure if they have more wood on those trees.
No.
100 wood. Okay, then it's still fine. It's enough to get you to castle.
Yeah, at least it should sustain you until you can deal with the tower.
And then you can just move out to the wood line on the other side or something like that. But we have so much farm economy. I guess this is the fast castle now.
Khitans are skirm civ, after all. Have 2 bonus and a unique tech for them. What's their unique tech? Ooh, that's interesting.
Yeah, the most important thing is the faster production to get them really onto the field.
Yes,
The
mass.
armor, I don't really know the math behind it, how valuable it is. You just
Well,
get
they
it at
have
some
relatively high armor. At least Pierce armor, so I wonder...
No, I know, I mean the lamellar armor, the unique tech. The infantry skirmishers reflect melee damage back to the attacker.
I see.
Because generally you don't want to be in a situation where your skirmishers need to reflect melee damage.
Yeah, true.
Like...
This is not get sucked up into Maxy shenanigans. Yeah, I agree. Well, and you're doing this game what you did the other games.
That's what this looks like. Very exhausted at this point from, I mean, playing the 7th game in the best of 7. We went for the forward gold. You don't go for the forward gold if you have like 2 safe goals in your base, even if the forward gold is bigger.
Yes.
Now you're getting pushed off that, have to build another mining camp. And while we are adding pastures and the mining camp and all that, we don't have a single feudal age building yet. We have the resources for Castle Age, but we do not have a single feudal age building. Blacksmith is only just now being added. At this point, always at the market first, because once the market is built, you can buy the wood you need to get the second building.
Agreed.
I don't like where this is going. There's even a tower now attacking some pastures. In fact, the tower doesn't deny anything. The archers already denied the gold by themselves. Yeah, now he's forcing down the market.
Getting town watch to delay. You forgot about Saracen's market bonus? Maxy. Why do you pick Saracens then?
He's only just now going for the market. Yeah,
I picked Saracens for the market
to
bonus.
attack anything. It's only like one range play. No.
Oh wait, that's why. Because archers do more written damage against buildings. That's why you pick Saracen.
But then you would invest into more ranges than one if you really want to play into that in feudal age.
True.
Now the archers got in and now they're just... I mean, they're denying some more pastures. Doesn't really matter because Raven... Yeah, the pastures are efficient, especially if you're not spending food on anything. So we have 800 food on hand already and have no production building for Council Age units. I think he even added a new pasture. You do not need the food.
You need units.
Yeah, but we have no production building. Like, okay, we have one stable now. I guess this is a step lancer play. But with the amount of resources we have, we want at least 2 stables to just pump them out as fast as possible. Oh, is this maybe? Maybe we get out like 8 step lancers and then go for a castle drop.
That could be good. Plus we can get more attack on them. We haven't gotten the first attack upgrade yet, but we're getting it soon, and then we'll be able to get +4 steppies. I like it. I love steps. I have recently become a step believer.
They are a really strong power spike unit, but definitely lack some strength. With the current patrol stack micro though, they are insane. That works way too well for them.
Light cab and chain parting armor and husband. I don't think I like the light cab choice. I think I would
definitely prefer step lancers.
Yep, agreed. I think all that res minus the I think you don't get bloodlines, so you put all that res except for the armor into steps.
And Maxy is slowly planning to wall
more pierce armor. Yes, that might be true that they have more pierce armor, but how much base attack does a step?
A good amount.
I would argue
the extra range and the fact that you can stack them.
Yeah, seriously.
The thing is, a few defensive spears, they stop the scouts. Step lancers, you can easily micro step lancers against spears and just kill them without getting hit once.
Exactly.
The extra range is so big. But now, at least that was a nice time to play there. Maxy was going for the forward siege workshop and the scouts came out in time to stop that.
We're getting fletching over the second attack upgrade.
They're so focused on the towers. so focused on them
He
right
could
now.
have +4 attack right now.
Now he's trying to win the
Have so
tower
much
war, but
attack.
that's not investment that we need. You
Maxy's
still have a
moved
super
on.
safe gold. You didn't need to go to the gold that can be ranged by towers. Now there's a castle coming. Oh my god. This castle
This
should
is
never
beautiful. I hope this works. Why?
Go. What?
Why did you
That was a
delete
delete?
that? I think he meant to delete the castle. But I'm
I think he
uncertain.
wants to make more space for the castle to get more villagers onto it. The other villagers were blocked. But the ram
I
is
see.
coming. The ram is coming. Oh, why
It
do we
was
have rams
his
at home?
wall. It was his wall. That's why.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
so
that
confused
makes more
for
sense.
2 seconds. I was like, Maxy?
Yeah, at least pick better colors.
Oh, I forgot. I can change the colors, can't I? I'll do that in the future.
Purple versus blue is.
Yeah. Well,
I
I've been
think as
casting
bad as it
green
gets.
versus yellow, purple versus blue, orange versus yellow. Oh my goodness. It's
Okay,
a fun
we're getting
time.
fire lancers onto the map. We are going to
And
reach the
steps.
siege workshop.
Fire Lancers.
But now they are
and
the steppies.
Steppies.
Now you can select the steppy to see their attack values.
9 versus the 7 on a light cav, so yeah.
It's a big difference.
But let's check the Pierce armor. Base 1
Yeah, they
versus
are-
base 2. You're trading 2 attack for 1 armor. I think the 2 attack beats the 1 armor, but it
And
also
you-
depends.
You don't really care that much about the PS armor. Yeah, it matters a lot. Archers are a great counter for step lancers. But you can avoid them. You are the mobile guy.
Yeah,
Always use mobility over armor values.
agreed.
And now suddenly that after seeing like a forward castle, forward siege workshop, everything forward in Raven's face being in the corner of the map, this is starting to look much better for him now.
But Maxy has found the right unit to make, I think.
Yeah, Mamelukes will eat. That's the part where carry archers could be nice. I mean, I think it will be annoying to micro the against fire lancers.
Yes, that is true. But, I mean, Mamelukes, they're pretty tanky, honestly. And if you can get a good number of them, there's few units that actually, like, genuinely stand up to Mamelukes one-on-one. And they just outrange the steppies, right?
Yeah, they easily outrange the steppies, and Mamelukes are one of the best anti-cavalry units in the game with their bonuses.
How much
They
bonus
are.
do they?
I think it should be +6.
Plus 9. Wow. That's a
They
lot.
eat cavalry, and it's Khitan cavalry. Khitan cavalry is a hard-hitting one. He's getting the next attack upgrade to go for to +4, but they are squishy. They do not get bloodlines, which makes them exceedingly weak in the long game. In Imperial Age, they also don't get the upgrade, so they are pretty much just stuck at normal Imperial Age attack bonus. And what are good options here? The best option against Mamelukes, obviously, ranged units, would be to go for something like crossbows. Some people, for some reason, think skirmishes can be good. Skirmishes have a very minor bonus. It is one of those cases like when people say
It's like camels countering
ballistas,
camels.
scorpions are good versus elephants. They aren't. They just have a minor bonus to not be as bad as they would be without it.
Right.
That's
Because
just the one,
skirms
yeah.
just die to Mamelukes unless you've got
Yeah, skirms
like
just
way
die to
more
Mamelukes.
skirms.
It never is an efficient fight. Yes, Mamelukes cost a lot of gold, but there is a decent amount of gold on this map, and Maxy now has map control with the 16 villagers on stone and 400 stone in the bank. He can get quite a decent amount of value out of that quite soon if he goes for a castle that is not as passive as the previous ones were. Now that is, I don't know, we don't need that. Just push the front! The back doesn't need pushing.
I think his reasoning is probably like he doesn't want to push into the TC at first, but I agree, why not just go through the front? It is going to be twice as many TCs for Maxy.
He got rid of the stone. Did he just sell it?
He bought wood, he sold stone.
Raven's thinking of
Yes.
Imperial Age. He just bought a lot of food.
I mean, he can do
Balancing
it.
his economy. The thing is, I'm trying to think what he would get there. Right now, he has nothing really on the map. He's not in position to do much. He is under attack. It's just an issue with Ketons. You want to be active on the map the whole time. Like, you want to start off with Feudal Age, get some damages onto your opponent there, and snowball that with Castle Age behind it with a good food economy. They are not really an Imperial Age Civ. They don't have the Imperial Age power spike units. Especially their bonus, so not with not having the Imperial Age attack upgrade. It's just like, we are not scaling to that point of the game.
It would be unfortunate if it was imp into GG. We have seen Rams from both players, and somebody earlier said Rams and Liao Dao can be good. The Liao Dao, do they have like the AoE damage?
Liao Dao do have bleeding damage.
Okay, interesting. Does it stack like the poison on the Blackwood archers?
Yeah, it should. It should. They are quite a strong unit. They're a very strong infantry unit. But you also need a good number to get a value out of anything like that. And Mamelukes, especially in low numbers, can just hide it.
Yeah. And not to mention Mamelukes absolutely counter Rams.
Hop into the tower.
Man, I love Mamelukes. I'm picking Saracens next time I play this game.
Yeah, that's a fun unit to play. Okay, we're going into cavalry archers. It's definitely not the worst. The Mamelukes still have their bonus against them, but ranged units are the weakness of them. And especially with us being up to Imperial Age, we don't even have fletching yet. We need those ranged upgrades. But if we can get to Bracer, it will be a really nice spot to be in for some time.
Imp is 10 seconds away for Ravine, and he picks up heavy cavalry.
They get it in Castle Age. That is one of their bonuses.
Interesting. Okay.
And they get it, I think, also quite a bit cheaper, but... yeah, it's nice to have heavy cavalry archer and only just getting fletching. The upgrades are missing, the numbers are missing, like, the production just never was there. The military production was really lackluster this game.
I agree that the CA will die to them, partially because when they stop to Mamelukes can usually catch up and get a volley off, and the volley of the Mameluke way more per shot damage than the CA.
Yeah, but with the extra range you get from Bracer at this stage of the game, with the opponent not having Imperial armor on his units, you should easily clean house here.
It's true.
You definitely need ballistics, otherwise you're not going to hit the shots. You need to micro back once his guys are going to come closer. And if he's just hitting villages are perfect tanks here for you.
Yes.
So yeah, just look at how fast they died. That was nice, and Bracer isn't even in yet.
Actually,
but Imperial Age is coming.
As he saw Ruby. Market will be here. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to be a mile away from my mic. Please forgive me, guys. I was, stretching. I've been sitting here for a long time. And that's not a complaint, it's just the truth. We're gonna add extra stables. What do you think the stables are for? Besides, like, techs?
Camels.
Why would you make camos? Mameluke's not better? Or are they tankier?
Yes.
Do the regular cameras have more health?
I mean, he's getting the upgrades, but why add multiple stables? Like, I honestly wouldn't go for stables if I already am on 2 castle production. He's only on 1 castle, so he definitely needs more production. That's the big issue. More Mamelukes would be better, but if you can't make more, then you need another option.
Agreed.
Or he just made 2 stables to get husbandry and bloodlines at the same time, and that was the whole reason for 2 stables.
Nice.
That could also be the case. It would be a weird case, but it could be the case.
Well, that's what I thought. I was like, I mean, we're gonna get techs, but I can't imagine we're gonna build 2 stables just to get techs, but no.
Oh, the CA died, they
Beautiful.
just got base and never got chemistry.
Beautiful cleanup there by Maxy.
I know, this is a really difficult spot. And he's getting an upgrade he really doesn't need. Parthian Tactics gives you PS armor on your cavalry archers and additional bonus against spearman line.
Neither of those are helpful. Mamlukes.
Yes, both does absolutely nothing here. Skirms, just skirms. Skirms are not a good unit against Mamelukes. They do not trade efficiently, but they can keep you in the game if you do not have better options.
100%.
And I guess with the reflecting damage, it is a little bit better than normally. It's really the one unit that kills Maxy every game.
Who would have thought that Maxy's natural enemy was Emu Warrior? What is this, Maxy? Maxy, what is this? Maxy? Explain yourself. What it? For who?
To save the trap when it goes for the archery range. We need the next tower when we go for any building past the archery range, but now it's... Ah, no, it's no longer protected. Okay. Okay, now there is a really good unit the key towns have access to counter the enemy siege. And it's kind of an overlooked unit.
What unit?
It is the camel trebuchet.
What is... Oh my goodness!
Mounted trebuchet. It is a unit that is pretty much good anti-siege. Like,
that is so
the
cool.
Only unit that really deals damage against.
Oh, I love that. Does it have... It has bonus damage against siege then?
Yeah, I think so. It is very... People usually make it to attack buildings and then think, oh my god, this thing is bad. But against units, it's okay. It's just
What's the range on it like?
It's like a bombard cannon.
Okay.
Like he would just shoot about 2 shots to trebuchets here. It's really nice for that situation and that situation only.
Makes sense.
I do not like cavalry archers on the field without chemistry in, like ranged units 101, get your upgrades. Otherwise you're not going to deal the damage you need to deal. These Mamelukes could currently run in and kill those cavalry archers just because of the lacking damage. Now Maxy is going to spam his own skirmishes, is going for the defense upgrades. At least that should invite Raven to go back in cavalry. We see him make some light cav. With the Mamelukes out of the way, the light cav should eat the siege and the skirmishes. So he's not completely out of the game yet. And looking at the game state in general, it is looking very even. I'm just not a fan of keep and late game.
I wonder though, because I feel like the longer this game goes out, and the more stable Ravine feels, we're both in Imp, and the more standard this game becomes, the more I favor Ravine. You know what I mean?
Yes.
The further we get into just, oh, this is just Imp gameplay, the less and less Maxy has the advantage.
At a certain point, the chaos is non-existent anymore.
Yes.
No matter how hard you fight in Imp, it is a completely different feeling. You cannot create that early game feeling anymore. Now, one important factor here is the food economy, and both players are very lackluster. They get 25 on food for both players. that is not the numbers we want to see. We're at a stage of the game where 60 on food should be normal for everyone.
Well, but let's not forget that the 25 for Ravine is more efficient because that's 25 pasture farms rather than farms.
It should still be 50-60.
Sure.
Then you can have like 6 stables producing units. Now you have them all on gold for... Why do we have 33 on gold to have 2,000 gold floating? Like, there's some economic balance that needs to be done here. Now we're running the carry archers into the skirmishes. They are dying. That is not what we want to see. And Maxy is in a really strong position. The answers are not really coming in. Finally, the last cavalry armor is in, but there are not enough stables for them to run.
I thought for half a second this monk was going to get pushed back into the skirms range by the light cap. Mameluke, E-skirm, and Treb, and the push isn't stopping. It might be slow, but it's succeeding.
Yeah. When the last Mameluke group died, I thought Raven was kind of getting back into this game, but now that the next group
showed up
exists,
right when they needed to keep those Trebs alive, I think.
Yeah, but that's the part where you should already start with the light carry switch.
Sure.
That's why I thought he would have it, because you want to be in he doesn't want to be in a position where light carry is the solution. That is your unit of the game. And up till now, Mamelukes were very limited, with only one castle on the field. Now the second castle is on the field, so the Mameluke production can double. And Maxy is just much better currently on spending resources.
Actually also doing a good job of producing his production as forward as possible. Whereas most of the units for Ravine are coming from pretty far away.
Yeah, the carry archers are dying to the skirmishers. This actually looks like Maxy might have the game here, and
oh no, even if these Mamelukes die, this is a lot of eco damage.
Villages are dying. More than the actual villages that died, I am afraid of the pastures that are getting lost now.
True.
Because that is so much food economy we don't have access to, but there's another group of like 15 villages that are hovering around that tower, because not that many are fitting into it, and they are going to die to the Mamelukes. Absolutely no chance of survival. And Raven is falling apart.
Love to see this Treb over here on this tower, but I think we're just gonna kill it with Mameluke.
I think that's just overkill. Like, that tower isn't doing anything. The villagers in there are not adding anything to the economy. You want to push the other direction. You want more siege there. Like, one trebuchet is not enough. You want like 3-4 trebuchets, 2 bombard cannons, and then you have an okay amount for a push.
Maxy said when he saw those vills running, he realized there was no TC on the left anymore, and that makes a lot of sense. Those vills were trying to run to the right here, run up to this TC, run up to this castle, and so having the intuition to be able to not only see that, but capitalize on it, clear up the vills, and then sort of swing your push around. I would have loved to see this Treb get involved, but that's really good thinking. You didn't see his vills running? Then how did you kill them all, Maxy? Huh? Chemistry, armor, coming in for Ravine. But just no units. We're trebbing skirms. That's where we're at. That's the dire straits we're in. Castle will go up, but again, losing more vills for it. It's an E-skirm wet noodle fight here.
Not a healthy spot to be in. Skirmishes versus skirmisher war. I guess if this goes like Otter said, then Raven is now starting to dominate now that skirmishes are on the field, but I think the numbers just aren't there. The economy setup isn't there to be in a winning position. And he literally just made the 2 stables for the 2 cavalry upgrades.
Yeah.
Because
that's all he ever
to
did
both
with them.
more.
He doesn't have unique tech.
Yeah, Otto is talking about the lamellar armor.
Oh, okay.
Reflecting damage. But that doesn't do anything in the skirmisher versus skirmisher war because it's only against melee damage.
Maxy has gotten horse collar. We're pogging. Maxy keeps losing his trebs because he keeps bringing one treb at a time.
And Raven is getting to okay military numbers. Still not good enough. It's still 25 to 40 units. Maxy's production with 21 in the queue is definitely much better. But maybe he can stabilize and come back into the game? I still don't see it yet. I need to see more expansion, more military. Production is still lacking. And now Maxy is raiding on the right hand side with a knight and 2 Mamelukes. Kill the wood line.
I think that knight got converted. I don't think that was a made knight.
I don't think Khitans can make knights at all.
Khitans? Oh, okay, so I'm crazy. It literally was made. He made the one knight. Then one knight to rule them all.
He was hearing me complain about not using the stables after they built 2 of them instead of just 1 for upgrade, so he made a knight. Yeah.
Maxy, sell half your food, make 3 more tribes, chill, and push in.
Yeah, just at a decent amount of siege. Be happy about your current position. You are not in a rush in Maxy's position.
Sure.
Any player should be very confident they actually won the game here. They just need to prepare for the push. And that's all about siege numbers. If we see that one trebuchet go forward alone, then that will not lead to anything. If we just see some Mameluke micro and around the archery ranges, this doesn't lead to anything. Like, there's some decisions that need to be made to end the game here.
Can I go 1 minute
And I'm actually
behind?
surprised.
Yeah, I can go 1 minute behind, Max. There's 1 minute back, Maxy. Did I miss something, Maxy?
5 Mamelukes under the enemy castle and they were there the whole time. Oh, is that why he's repairing the castle so much right now?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, now they're getting killed.
I didn't see. I still
How much
missed it.
damage did I deal onto the castle? Yeah, this really looks like Game 7 set exhaustion.
They've been there the whole time.
I mean, select them and see how much damage they dealt in the end.
28 kills.
Yeah, how about the kills? How about the kills with your mouse and you see how much damage they dealt? 4,300. Okay.
Whoa. For 5 Mamelukes, that's pretty good.
Yeah, that is.
Thank you for telling us about that, Maxy. Sorry I missed it.
I mean, I think Brave missed it too. It's difficult to see. Like the purple units behind blue.
Oh yeah.
Blue behind purple. I mean, that's a lot of skirmishes. But where is the siege? Now we're going for elite Mameluk. I guess Max is just having fun at this point.
Maybe. It is confusing that he's not queuing trebs now that he has the resources, but he is going to make knights. He's going for knights.
Of course, the Saracen knights that are known for what? Oh yeah, not getting the cavalier upgrade, so they aren't really
Why are we making knights? That was a misclick. I wanted
no,
to
we're
click
going
camels.
for infantry upgrades.
That makes sense.
That does it?
Ram, thank you for the sub. Said love seeing you live so often. Well, it's gonna be on a schedule. I'm just trying to figure out if I prefer early morning or like afternoon times. So it's still gonna be like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, but I don't know what exact times during the day. But yeah, I'm gonna be streaming consistently all the time. So thank you for supporting me so I can keep doing it. Krebs still not being produced, but it is going to be called.
Yeah, he is calling the
Wow.
game. He knows he can't come back into it, but
Do we
learn
say,
to end the
do we say
game, add some
congratulations?
siege, and go for a big push. Then it's not as drawn out. I mean, yeah, there was really no way to come back into it. I think this, as I mentioned it before, I think this is Game 7 exhaustion.
Oh,
The
for
opening
sure.
of the game was very unclean, like not having a barracks after hitting feudal age, never going for that stable. That's the whole game plan. The Khitan Civ is being played around.
Yeah. But look at this. This proves your point about the tiredness. I think their APMs were a lot more even over the previous games, but Maxy consistently has more APM in this game. Just more energy, probably. Congratulations, Maxy, on being the Continental Map Pool Chieftains ELO Bracket Specialist Cup winner. My goat. One with a douche and everything.